Going Raibu.
Ah, fudge nuggets.
こんにちは、皆さん。私もスコットです。僕の名前は、Unrested。もしそれは知らん、僕のテレビ番組は Unrested Channel です。僕の隣の人は Kyle。挨拶しましょう。
しましょう。私はカイルです。
挨拶しましょう。
You speak too much Japanese to me, man. I only understood a little bit of that.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. You're not in Japan yet.
Such new student. Very bad. Wow. Anyway, what's up, everybody?
High level.
My name is Tairu. Nice to meet you.
No, do a full Japanese introduction. Say konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa, Kairu desu. That's it. That's all I can do.
All right. Can I ask you some questions? Can I ask you some questions in Japanese?
Maybe. You could try.
All right. Anata no shumi wa nan desu ka?
Shumi?
Yeah, hobbies. That's your hobby.
Computer gamer desu.
それだけ?
Eh?
それだ? Only that?
Only that. Computer gamer to, how do you say reading?
読める, 本読める.
They say chronically masturbating in Japanese.
I actually don't, like, there's not actually, I don't know, is there a word for master? I know, like, there's bucha bucha, which is, like, the sound of it, but I don't know. Like, so I would just say, like, pucha pucha suru. Like, itsumo itsumo, pucha pucha suru. Ichinichi ju, mainichi.
Mainichi, every day.
You could say decoy or suru.
Say that again, slower.
This is what, if you actually, like, Google it, it's great. All right.
Probably my dirty Japanese book has that word in there. I mean, just not a word I throw around a lot, so I don't really know it.
Guguru.
Here are, like, the kanji.
Thank you for the kanji that I can't read. That's thoughtful. Thank you.
That's thoughtful.
And this is like how you pronounce it.
I don't want
Okay.
your shitty Romaji. I want your give me commas.
Suru.
Suru means to do.
Decoy o suru. Okay, so that means to push the blood up into your dick. That's pretty much what it means.
What the?
Yeah, because that first one, it's like blood, dick, go.
And this is like they kind of like flying off.
Oh yeah, masu kaku. So like masu is short for masturbation. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
That
Masu.
is. Dosh?
I've never heard anybody say.
Anyway, we should continue with the introductions.
Oh yeah! All right, Bjorn's next. Go ahead, Grand.
はい、どうも、グランドです。よろしくお願いします。スコットさんのバカ。はい。
Ciao, Boke desu.
はい。じゃあ、私のトゥックメです。
We're like really polite though. Did you guys notice that? Like we're like, well, we are introducing a show, so it wouldn't make sense to be this polite.
So, Rich, do your thing, bitch.
どうもーハードゲーです
He's like the too cute weather girl, like on the news show. You're like a morning musume or something. Like his headphones should be like puffy, like pink, like cotton.
Dude, I wish I had those. Those look way more comfortable than these pieces of shit. They're
Pink,
falling
pink.
apart. Like, my roommate's always like, hey, you got some black shit in your ears. The things are just falling apart in my ears.
1-1 intensifies.
And how about Fat Pat?
What's up, guys? Fat Pat. Not at all. In my brother's absence.
But he shouldn't be called Fat Pat in Japanese. He should be called like Debu Debu or something. Which is kind of like, Debu Debu.
No.
Or Bunyo Bunyo is like the sound of like fat shaking.
He looks like a He looks like a thicker Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
No, he could be Pato no Buta.
You guys can
Buta-san.
do whatever you want. I won't know what you're saying. So
He looks like a nuggie.
A nuggie? What's a nuggie?
Don't say it, not on live. It's too horrible.
Okay, I can say Nuggie
that's
is
what he
a
is. Nuggies 3.
Australian slang for people with Down syndrome.
Oh, I thought that was a spaz.
Nah, spaz. They use mung, for like mongoloid, and they say nuggy.
The other day I said spaz at my school, and like the one Australian person there was like, "Whoa, that's too harsh." And I was just like, "Oh, for us that just means like you're moving fast, like you're just like freaking out." Like, and they're like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "Yeah, that doesn't mean retarded in American English."
Rich is a boon.
See, I don't condone making fun of people with special needs,
I would like
but
to.
the
I'd
words
like
that
to
they
state for the
use are
record
fucking
that
hysterical.
he has been laughing nonstop at anything Down syndrome related for the past week.
Could you
He's always
say
talking
something
about.
more
He's always
dog?
talking about going to the Tard HQ, aka Thunderdome. It's like there's a shit that he
Stop saying
talks
those words. They make me giggle.
Tard HQ? I've
Yeah.
never-
Tard guard
That's where the Tard guards round them up.
at the Thunderdome.
We call it AKA Thunderdome.
I think you
So
know much
whatever
more.
you guys been up to this week is
He's been trying to make me laugh the worst Down syndrome things ever, just because the fucking slang people make is just too
How does
ridiculous
that
not to
kind of
laugh at.
Thunderdome? How does that kind of Thunderdome enter to like 46 chromosomes enter, but 48 leave?
That's an even worse joke than 46 enter and 48 leave.
Listen, I'm going to hell. I just don't want to go there too soon.
We would like to apologize already.
Fucking horrible.
If anybody is out there that is special needs, we don't mean.
I already know I'm going to hell. I just want to make sure you guys are there with me. So
I'm already there, man.
yeah, I'm getting your
Years
seats
ago, I
warmed
already
and
got my
ready.
first class tickets.
Yeah.
Fucking
We're getting used to
nuggies.
this summer weather, boys.
I already know what I'm doing on my way to hell. I'm going to be sitting next to Charlie Sheen snorting coke off hookers' asses.
Nice.
I'm gonna sit there, play Pokemon, and punch people.
See, I feel like I'm
Grant's
going to be sent up to heaven because the devil won't.
Oh, I know. Hey, I got a good topic. While we're waiting for enough people, okay, well, I guess we got enough people now, right? We can get started.
Yeah, Aaron, introduce yourself.
I wish I knew where Dan was.
Hi,
This is Aaron. He's also naked, like Fat Pat, because at that house apparently nobody wears clothes.
well, no, we're at separate houses, but
Oh, okay,
it
okay.
was, we thought it was a shirtless Friday, so we just went with it. But yeah, I am Aaron.
My skills.
I seriously hate Sundays.
Why do you hate Sundays?
Oh no, it's just what this girl from this anime says, and it makes me laugh. That she dances in front of the TV.
Mashiro
True
time.
story.
Okay.
Wow.
Shirtless Barbie.
Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and get started. If you guys are okay with everything, I think we should just jump back into the adventure. I don't know where Dan is. I'm not sure if he's coming back. For now, we're going to go ahead and say that when he was put down into a rest period for this last session, he did not awaken, and you are not informed as to why he did not awake. He doesn't appear to be in any kind of trauma or anything like that. He's just kept inside of his little area, his little futon bubble that he's sleeping in, and that one closes up, zooms back into the wall, and perhaps he's having tests done or something else for something you don't quite understand. Nonetheless, he is not with your party at this time. You go ahead and wake up, that bubble clears back out, and the wall shows up with a green spot, a green light like usual that you're used to. And it says, Judgment Stage commencing, 15, 14, and you start to see it counting down as it always does. Anything you want to do to prepare yourself before you're about to go into Judgment Test?
I would like to sign into roll 20.
Oh, that's a very good point. Yeah.
Yeah,
If nobody knows what we're talking about, Roll20 is the dice system that we have to use in order to actually play this game, and why no one thought to do that, I don't know. We're all
Kirai
learning.
desu.
Rand's gonna roll 20.
Is that what she says in Japanese? Did I get it right?
Yeah, she says, Nichiyobi wa daikirai desu. She dances.
So formal. Oh, and then she dances. Okay.
Haven't
Sometimes
you
it's-
seen that anime?
I watched the first episode yesterday and couldn't handle myself.
What is it? What anime is it?
What's it about? Or it's called Engaged to the Unknown, and it makes me laugh.
Engaged to the unknown. What?
The unidentified. My bad. Engaged to the unidentified.
Okay.
So it's about two teenagers that got engaged at a really young age by their parents.
Oh, so it's an omiai. Okay. That makes a little more sense.
Rand, you're stupid. Put on your cam.
Can I get a wop?
And Aaron, your microphone is really low.
I don't know why.
I can hear him.
Rand has a shit stack.
Fuck shit stack. It's a stack of fuck shit on top of itself, nigga.
You can't say that word. Only we can say that word.
That's our word, man.
Am I not black enough?
No.
You know that Tino has a shirt that says I'm more Japanese than the Japanese.
But he is 1/3 Japanese or something.
His reasoning behind it is because the people who all the gaijin that tend to go over there, most of them tend to know more about the Japanese culture and history than most of the Japanese people do.
The Japanese, yeah, that's actually very true. Although, if you meet my wife, she's one of the few people who I've met who, when I tell her stuff, like, she'll be like, yeah, and this and this and this and this, and she'll tell me more. And I'll be like, how come every Japanese person I ask? And she's like, they're stupid. They don't know. She's really angry.
Your wife is scary. Kawaii desu.
Yeah.
Hey, Rick.
Kawaii, but also kawaii.
Hey, Scott.
Kawaii.
Scott.
Yes. Yes.
Did you want to read me off my racial skills before we start?
Don't.
Yeah, sure.
Deserve that.
Hold on 1 second. I'm having a little bit of trouble here. I can't seem to remember what my email address that I use for this is.
I wish I had an email address.
I don't remember any.
What's the internet?
It's a series of pipes and tubes.
Nunny.
Damn, I cannot remember. I do not remember what I used to sign in. I totally
What
can't.
sound do dogs make?
I don't know what sound do they make. What do you mean when they bark?
Yes.
Wan wan.
Wan, yen. What's a frog say?
Ghetto ghetto.
Ghetto.
Hey guys, look at my rolls.
Kore wa no utada. Ghetto kwa kwa kwa. I guess they also make the sound kwa.
Your kid has a very awesome musical talent.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. So something was going on in the background, at least.
He wants him to sing Enka.
Inca's just like.
Maki's going to
Dude, Pat, come over to my house and let's sit in my hot tub.
Whoa.
Okay.
I'm forever.
Can we sit there naked? It's okay so long as our junks don't meet.
I'm not far from you right now, Kyle. I could come over. I could be there in like 5 minutes.
I know you're not. You're at Zach's house.
I still want to wear this as a man arm.
So is everyone signing off? Oh.
What the heck? I
His
can't
email.
I now have a box arm. So, it's a box arm.
Alright, hold on. I cannot remember my password to save my life.
Hey, Kenny-kun.
Is it the same one that you use on your bank account? You so graciously disclosed.
Yeah, it is. Let me go ahead and I'm going to say it to you real quick while we're live here. So that you
It's
can
your
help me
social
try and sign
security
it.
number, right?
Yeah, I think so. Here, this is what my social security number is.
If not,
What kind of trouble are you getting into?
Scott.
I'm gonna download the damn app.
Well, Kenny's in the cabinets.
If not, Scott, I can roll for you. Or we can continue.
Don't nobody trust you. Unpon that.
Whoa, you okay?
How did you do that?
Just fall over.
Yeah. I tripped over a book and fell over.
Oh,
I said I'm okay.
Daijoubu.
well, now that you get the tape measure, how about this for a fun game? Go and measure every wall.
And then go buy some furniture at IKEA.
Watashi wa.
Only knew your furniture for 2 years? Go to IKEA. Okay.
Watashi wa Ikea ni ikimasu.
Thanks, God.
No. You would say IKEA. Itakoto ga aru. I have been to.
I have been to, but I want to say I'm going to.
Oh, you're going? Oh, okay. If you're going, then yeah, you're right. You got it right. You just said it really politely, though. Ikimasu.
Yeah, that's because of my teacher.
No, it's because I'm your boss, motherfucker. Alright. Let's see
Oh.
here.
We need to learn. We're learning Tayform next semester.
That's important. That's really important.
Anyway, I can roll for you, Scott.
I'm here.
He's
Wait,
a dirty
what
liar.
is No, I've signed in under the wrong name. That's what it is.
He's like,
So I guess I'm.
Wait, does your wife do enamel repairs?
What?
Yeah, she does.
Can she fix my teeth when I come over?
Yeah, she can if you live in Osaka.
I totally love needles. BT dubs. I don't know why. It's
Oh, you
strange.
do?
Oh, I enjoy it.
I'm afraid of the dentist.
You know, my wife, she actually doesn't like the dentist, and she does all her own dental work to herself.
That's fucking hardcore.
Yeah. Like, I've
Your
seen her
wife is
sit
not
there and,
surprised.
like, you know, like, they'll shake your lip while they put the anesthesia in. Like, she'll sit there and do that. She'll be like, oh, okay, ready to get going. And then she'll sit there in the mirror and just fucking rip into her own mouth. It's crazy shit.
When I had to get 4 teeth pulled before I got my braces on,
Oh, yeah, I'd have 4, so I know what you're talking about.
the dentist started like pulling it out, and I was like, hey doc, I could kind of feel you tearing my tooth out of my skull. And he's like, I gave you anesthesia. He's like, and I waited a good amount for it to kick in. I was like, I think I need more. And he put it in, and every time he went in with the needle, I started laughing hardcore. And then when he started having troubles with the tooth, I started laughing at him. He didn't like me very much.
I couldn't do it, dude. I have to be, if you're gonna do like serious dental work to me, you have to put me to sleep.
Yeah. Same here. Yeah.
Just thinking about the dentist almost puts me in panic attack mode.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm terrified of the dentist.
What happened to you guys? Like, I never fucking
I had a
cared.
dentist that drilled away half my tooth while I was conscious and gave me lockjaw.
Whoa.
I've told you my story, Scott.
That's right. You just went to some jerks, man.
The only terrible experience I've had is after when I got my braces on, while I had them on, it decalcified my teeth.
Uh-huh.
So after I got them off, I started having enamel troubles. So I had to get 2 of my teeth fixed, and now I have to get the rest fixed. And
You should just get veneers.
I would love to know how much your wife charges for like, enamel repairs.
I mean, for the most part, she doesn't charge anything. She doesn't have to, unless you're getting like major structural stuff done. Like if you're gonna get like a bridge put in, she's gonna have to charge you. But that's it. I mean, she doesn't lose any money in Japan. If she doesn't charge, she still gets paid by the government.
Money claim.
what she can do is like she always does most gaijin for free because it's considered training because how often do they get that patient? So they can put them in there as a training patient. They have you taken care of in a professional manner, and then she signs it under a write-off for the government as a training patient, and should take care of you. Unless, like I said, the only thing is like major restructural. Like if she has a bridge, like she's gotta, make you pay for.
Right, like what they do with the enamel repair is like they scrape around
Shut
your
up.
tooth. What?
No.
Let's continue with the RPG.
I will leave. Like I can't do it.
Am I signed in on 2 accounts?
I don't know. Are you?
No, that's
see,
fucking grand. Switching windows.
Oh.
No dental talk.
Well, it's nothing bad.
I can't do it. I'll leave.
You've been cleaning, like brushing teeth.
No. We don't talk about it. I don't like to talk about dental work.
How did I used to sign? I don't know why. I cannot remember at all how I used to sign into this.
Do you have it automatically remembering your
Yeah.
user?
I always had it. I cannot remember what I used for the Dungeon Master's name.
Don't you usually
Vader
do
the
that?
Shank.
Jeez, I've only got like 4 email addresses.
I have like 13, but that's not the point.
That's fine.
I have like way more than that, but I just stuck to a couple of
I
them.
have a Russian email address.
Why do you have a Russian email address?
Don't question me.
Okay,
Sometimes I
so
feel like I need to.
Because sometimes he just wants to say Das Vidanya instead of goodbye.
we should just continue with the game, and we can.
God,
Alright.
busy having a panic
Alright,
attack
hold on.
because they're rich.
What
Oh,
the-
you just gotta scrape the enamel off. Fuck.
Stop repeating it.
I have to get fucking teeth pulled, and I'm too scared to even go for a cleaning. It's not funny.
Is there... How... Okay, so I was like Fader the Shank.
I know that feel, Kyle. I know.
Thank you, Grant. I know you do. You don't make fun of me. Fucking Rich is over there giggling like a nuggie at the Rugrats.
I'm
or
giggling because
something.
it's kind of like karma, because you would always do this spit bucket thing with Josh, and this is your spit bucket. Dental work is your spit bucket.
Dental work, yeah.
Yeah,
At least my fear is reasonable. A fucking bucket of spit just dripping around like fucking. Who's the fuck's that gonna bother?
You know, you're gonna get a message later on saying, "Fuck you, Kyle." From
I'll send him a message right now and be like, "Hey, yo, spit bucket, baby." I don't give a shit.
I'll just ignore it.
Nah, dude, he'll probably cuss me out if I do that. He'll be like, "What the hell, man?" Why?"
girl, spit bucket you.
And I'm gonna kill a fly. Got it.
What did he tell me yesterday? He sent me a message. He's like, "Play Persona 4, bitch." I'm like, Josh, I totally forgot I even had that game. I've been playing R-Gauge.
I really wish that my fucking scene would finish rendering the lighting. This is
I
starting to
really
piss me off.
wish that you would just stop.
I wish I were a bird.
I just want to go to bed.
Alright, sorry, can
Yep.
somebody send me the link to the campaign?
Did you guys know? How do I do that?
Yeah. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, me neither.
Huh? You don't know how to do that?
No.
I'll see if I can figure it out.
I have this nightmare consistently where my teeth fall out.
Oh, dude, I had one of those. Shit was.
Are you like, because they say like that means like you're like losing track of your life.
I'm afraid to talk to people in general. I'm pretty sure it's safe to say I'm losing track of my life.
I just have it because it's.
I don't know, dude. It's just my go-to fear. I have that dream all the time. I could be having like the best day ever, go to sleep, wake up in cold sweats because my teeth were falling out of my freaking skull and there's nothing I could do about it.
They say that just it seems like you're not able to like keep track of, like everything's too chaotic and like you feel like you're losing control of your life.
Maybe. I don't know. I never put much thought into it. But I don't go to my therapist anymore, so Don't really have anyone to analyze it for me.
I'll be your therapist. I'll psychoanalyze you. It'll be fun. I took a
No,
basic psychology course.
me and you, we're having a fight.
What, you and the psychologist?
Here,
No,
Scott,
me and Rich, because he was talking
Oh,
about
there it is.
enamel.
I got it for you.
Okay, awesome.
There you go.
Su Katonian.
Alright, did you send me the link?
Yeah, it's in the Google
You have to send it to
Hangout
him on Facebook.
chat. Google Hangout chat.
Sorry, could you send it to me on Facebook? It'd be way easier for me, sorry.
You gotta remember, he's on his iPad for.
I'm actually on the laptop right now.
Oh, are you?
It's on Facebook.
Yeah, recently the stupid iPad, that says not authorized. Okay, can you see who the DM is?
You're supposed to be the DM, but you're not in here.
It says like Fader.
Fader the
I know I'm-
It would
Yeah, I
normally,
know.
but you're not in here.
I don't know what email I have behind that.
Anyway, we can roll
Technical
for you, Scott, instead.
difficulties.
We can continue with the game.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't even. I don't even have to roll so much. Okay, let's get started. I don't want to fuck around anymore. All right, you guys, wake up. 15-second countdown. Anything you want to do before judgment test starts?
Yes.
Way on hands myself if my health hasn't recovered.
I know that before I went to bed, I stayed up connecting my deck to my shotgun to see what I could do with it.
Oh, that's right.
So I want to try. I want to try to improve it somehow.
Okay, you did realize there were some options that would be that would give you the ability to calibrate and change some aspects of your shotgun. You also realize that to be able to do these calibrations and changes, you would need a lot more time than the time that you've been given so far. And that also the reason behind this, why you can't do it so fast, is because there's like a ton of like red tape and firewalls behind the accessing certain aspects of this gun that you feel like is almost like some sort of guard or lock that the distributors of this gun or perhaps the guild sphere has put on it. You have a feeling that a lot of these sensors can be turned off at some point through an outside source, possibly the managers of this entire field test. But until you can have that done and until you can complete this field test, you think most likely this will not be able to be opened up to you. If you had more time, you could hack it, but the amount of time that you need and the amount of time you're given do not match up. So let's go ahead and get started.
Then I want to lick it.
Okay, it tastes like metal. Very irony taste on the tip of your tongue, and you end up in the hospital. There's a kangaroo lying next to you. You like that? You like that little esoteric joke there? All right, let's get started. You guys, the 15 seconds is counted down. I'm going to say
Did my health recover from our last, like...
yes, it did actually. Your health did recover, so put your health back up. I think I said that at the end of the adventure, didn't I?
No.
Yeah, I said the food that you ate was nourishing enough that it restored all your...
You might have said that. I don't remember. That was forever ago. I had to go to a wedding.
Oh, that's right. Now you're married. Congratulations.
I'm not married.
Oh, never mind. I take my congratulations back.
Good.
Okay. Well, let's get started. The door opens up, and you find yourself into what appears to be like a Victorian-aged courtroom. Some of you see certain scraps, pieces, particles, and aspects that represent some of the courtrooms in your own country, planet, city, ward, district, whatever it may be. And amongst the walls, at the very top, lining each wall in at least the language or hieroglyphic character or whatever, is the word for courtroom. So even if those of you here who've never seen anything like a courtroom that looks like this Victorian one, you understand what its aspect is due to the fact that you can read at least one or two of the glyphs or characters because it's written in almost every language you can imagine.
I don't think that I can read.
I can read.
I can't see.
No, when he walks in, there's Braille on the floor.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like bumps underneath his feet. That's how they communicate.
We're good. All right.
Yeah. So don't worry. They thought of everything. They thought of everything. This is the Guild Sphere. They're not stupid people. Brightest minds in the galaxy come together to make this. You get in there, and you are the only people who are not dressed in Victorian garb. You are dressed in whatever you were dressed in when you entered this room, which was the same thing you were dressed in before. You still have the dirt and the grime from your battle with the brutes on the battlefield. You're still a little mucked up and scuffed up a little bit, but for the most part, you feel pretty energetic and ready to go. But you realize this isn't going to be any sort of situation where you're going to need any kind of weapons.
I cast magic missile.
The courtroom explodes into fire, bone chips, and wood. So you walk in slowly, and you realize as you're walking in, you're behind a procession of people. And that procession of people are all taking seats, and the seats are up in kind of this like box seating area. So what would you like to do?
Wait. Repeat that.
As you're walking in, like that green door, the 15 seconds countdown opens up. The room appears in front of you. It is a Victorian courtroom. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
As you walk in, like through that green door, everything behind you vanishes, and you look behind you, and there's even like people walking behind you already. And you're part of a line, of a procession of people walking up into box seating on the side of the courtroom.
Okay.
What should you do?
I want to take.
I want to. I don't know. Are we on trial? If we're not on trial, I'd like to.
No, you're not. You don't. It doesn't appear at all that you're on trial. You're walking with the people who are going up into the box seating. You don't know exactly what that box seating is, but it doesn't seem to be anything.
I would like to go sit.
There's not like gallows. You're not walking into gallows. I'll put it that way.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to just go sit down. Or you know what? No. I'd like to try and ask somebody what's happening.
Sure. So what do you say?
What is going on? What's happening in this courtroom? Why
A
are
man
we
in
here?
a powdery white wig and very nice Victorian clothes was like, shh, not now, not yet. Shh, just wait.
Okay. Then I'll just take my seat.
Okay. Anybody else want to try anything? You guys just stay silent.
I'm gonna take a seat.
Okay. You guys, docilely, is that how I say it? Docilely? Docilely?
Docile?
Docile, like without any aggression. You nicely take your seats. Very bad descriptive word.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Pleasantly enough. No one seems to even mind that. What's his name? Grum? What's your guy's name?
Who?
Corbin.
Kyle, you're the only guy who tried to say something.
Gorbin.
Gorbin, that's right. I knew it started with a G. No one seems to really mind so much that Gorbin, but like people look a little bit uncomfortable that he tried to speak before anything had started. But they're really happy that he's hushed up now. And you guys are all sitting down. Even though you guys are obviously quite different from the people around you who appear to be human-like people, they're a little bit shorter than what you're used to the average human looking like. Their skin is pale white, and it appears to be so due to like layers and layers of powdery white makeup. They're wearing powder white wigs. They're wearing very ornate Victorian clothes with all kinds of ruffles and necklines that look like doilies. And they're very proper, very pleasant, sitting there waiting for something to start, obviously. And some of them start to fiddle a little bit in their pockets, getting some things out, writing utensils, feather pens, monocles, and I don't know what the hell you call those things that are like binocular glasses. You know what I'm talking about? Like you hold them up to your eyes and they're like little binoculars.
A monocle?
Monocle is the thing that you hold in one eye.
I have no idea.
That's mono. Yeah, so what are those? Yeah, the ones it's the binoculars.
Oh, the two of them.
Good question, right? What are those? Are they just called binoculars, and that's how they got the word binoculars?
Opera glasses, binoculars. They're just called binoculars.
Okay, so
Opera glasses or binoculars, either or.
single handheld binocular glasses. Okay, Anyway, some of the properest ladies take out small handkerchiefs, either put them on their lap. One who's forgotten to wear a hat in there puts it on her hair. And they all sit there nicely, properly, and seem to wait for something to convene. At that point, from the other end of the room, not the end that you guys entered in, but from the other side, a man in these just giant black cape-like robes with all these different like streamers and everything flowing off of him moves into the room. He's got these giant shoulder pads that are definitely just made to be ornate. They're not actually any kind of armor or anything like that. They're just made to kind of make his entire character and build appear larger than life. He walks in there. He's got this hat on. It looks almost like a pope or a bishop's hat, but it's even more exaggerated and extremely long. It's so tall, in fact, it nearly scrapes the ceiling. It's almost a touch ridiculous, if you will.
I want to attempt to start a slow clap.
Really? Really?
No.
Okay. And so, I mean, you can if you want. He sits down quietly and kind of with a humph type sound, and he seems to start to put papers and scrolls and stuff on top of his gigantic desk, which is pretty much like a podium. And he's got like a gavel, but the gavel is kind of this weird kind of pickaxe-shaped gavel, but it's still miniature, it's still tiny.
Story of my life.
What, pickaxe gavels?
Yeah.
And he sits down, and he stays just as quiet as the group that you're with. And finally, everybody's talking. There's hubbub, kind of like the people start to talk amongst themselves. The doors open, and you see a more scuzzy-looking village folk type person who seems to be on a lower scale of whatever these people are, start to walk in with his hands bound behind his back and some sort of uniform officer behind him. And as he's coming in, and as everybody's talking, and as the hubbub within the audience that you're at starts to chatter a little bit louder, and the judge starts to go and clear his throat, everything suddenly freezes, and nothing moves. It all suddenly just goes still, except for you guys. You guys can still move. You're okay. You're just like, whoa, what? And a computer voice for the guild sphere starts to speak. And it's that kind of passive, sort of calming woman voice. A newly formed village has recently learned a member of their group has been stealing cattle in order to feed his family. He is a farmer, but he can't feed his own because he is a drunk and he is also lazy.
That dick.
All right? So everything starts back up. They start moving again. You give yourself a little bit of time to just sit there and process what the hell just happened, and you realize whatever this is definitely some sort of simulation like you've been going through again and again. But you realize they're giving you a chance to see this unfold and be part of the jury. Okay? Because he gets walked up to an area where you feel like, oh, this guy's about to be prosecuted, because next to him is a gallows. And in those gallows, you can already see like body bags hanging and people on nooses and other people who've been killed in multiple ways. Everything from drawn and quartered to, kneel till death. And
I hope that's not how I go out. I don't want to be drawn and quartered.
well, you guys don't feel like you're ever going to be put on trial here. This is more so you're part of the jury.
Oh, I just mean in general. Over the course of our entire adventure, I hope that doesn't happen.
Well, good luck with that. Doesn't go anywhere. All right. So, the judge hushes the audience type area you're in, the jury box, I should say, is what you've come to figure out it is, and begins to speak. He says, Wyansar, you have been accused of stealing village cattle. How do you appeal to this court? And he has like this weird accent you've never heard before. You're like, where the fuck are these guys from? And he's got like the most measly voice. He's obviously like coming down from being drunk. He's shaking, he's sweating. He looks to be completely out of place in this courtroom. Definitely scared for his own life and possibly for his family's life. And he says, guilty, Your Honor. Just whatever you must do, know that I did it for my family. And now he turns to all of you, and you see them once again start to discuss amongst themselves in the jury box what they should do. And the program freezes again. Nobody can move except you guys. And it says, "Key point, you must make a decision here. This man's life is in your hands. Should he be hung for his obvious sin upon the village, or should he be let to live? And if so, how should he repay what he has done?"
Let him live.
All right, just wait, just wait. All right. So the program starts back up. People start to stand up one after another, and the judge addresses each person as they stand. And you can tell, like, pretty much they already know, like, he points, they stand up, and he says, "What say you?" And they either say thumbs up or thumbs down. Okay? They don't get a long explanation as to why or anything like that. Okay? So they go through each person, and almost everybody says thumbs down. They're pretty harsh on the judgment. There's one kindly old lady who kind of gives him a thumbs up. And they kind of meet eyes. You think perhaps these two know each other, or maybe she's related to him, or maybe they're friends or whatever. But anyway, it comes to you guys' area of seating. And what I'm going to just do right now is have you give me thumbs up or thumbs down. Starting first with Bjorn. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Thumbs up.
Okay. Kyle?
Wait, what's the, like, thumbs up is guilty, thumbs or
I
thumbs
can't
down
tell
is
you.
guilty?
That's you gotta figure it out
Oh,
yourself.
that's what we're figuring out.
Yeah.
Let's go with thumbs up.
Okay. Sorry, Richard?
Thumbs up.
Okay. Pat?
Let's go thumbs down.
Okay. And Aaron?
Thumbs down.
Okay. All right, so they go through the rest of the people, and it finally keys in to a final vote, and everybody is handed a sheet to match whether they gave thumbs up or thumb down. You like literally see this tiny like Victorian picture of a thumbs up or thumbs down, and you're given this paper along with an envelope, obviously to circle what you voted. You wrap it up, you put it there, and bailiff, go ahead and take this. He leaves the room, and he comes back. He points to Bjorn's character and says, "Come here."
Why?
You don't question the court, you come here.
I question what I want to question. Why?
He says, "I will have you held in contempt."
Fine, do it, but I want to know why.
He says, "As always, you will be reading the verdict."
Meh, I'm fine with that.
Well, then get down here.
Ah, okay. Jeez, didn't have to be such an ass.
So,
Get the hell out of bed.
I feel like the rest of the Victorian audience watching this is kind of appalled. They're all like, "Oh, well, I do say, what utter brutality from this man. What a brute. Can he not just see that the court is just issuing him an order and swear, oh." You know, they're all kind of highfalutin and kind of nose turn uppy.
When I walk down there, because I'm so tall, I kind of want to stumble on some steps and like tip over a chair. I'm like, oh, sorry, it's okay.
You hear like one of the proper Victorian ladies like, "Oh my," like that and stuff as you do that.
Well, I never.
Well, I never. I do declare, one says.
I do declare.
And you get down there, and they're kind of all like hoity-toity, like, you know, breathing, like, boy, this guy, what's up with this guy? But anyway, they finally get over that. You get down there, and he hands you an envelope. And the judge turns to you and says, "What say you, messenger of the court?"
What?
"What say you, messenger of the court?" Open the envelope!
Okay, yeah, wow. Yeah, there's a piece of paper in it. Yeah, totes.
Okay, and it shows a thumbs up. So what do you say?
It's a thumbs up, Your Honor, I guess I should say.
Ah, you mean not guilty. Fine.
Ah, yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Whalen. You are
Yeah.
not guilty.
Yeah.
All right. Suddenly, the room goes back to being that egg-shaped, perfect Tron-type room that you're in before, and it says, "Court 1, Level 1 passed. Begin for second court." And another green one shows up. Another green door shows up, and a 15-second counter goes down. Anything you guys want to do before you go into the next court?
I want to look at the guys and like kind of look like confused of what did just happen. Like, what, guys? What? What?
You know,
Dude, just don't question it.
let it happen.
I mean, what?
Don't stop.
Oh. Well, let's continue, guys. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened. Let's
All
just
right,
get on
15
with it.
seconds is up, and the door opens up, and you find yourself now inside of a futuristic laboratory. And in the middle of this laboratory is this body of some sort of creature. It looks like a mix between like a hellhound, a goat, and like some kind of octopus. It is just like the weirdest combination of stuff you've ever seen. Its arms and legs are kind of like a skeleton's hand, like the way that the fingers on a bone connect on a skeleton's hand. And they're skinny and limber and look like they can move this whatever kind of creature very quickly. Its face is this gaping hellhound type mouth, and its rib cage is kind of the same. It's like this red sealed bony rib cage, but in the back it's got like a tail that's kind of like a cat of nine tails, like a scourge type whip that is like octopus tentacles. So it is the fucking weirdest creature you have ever seen.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
all of you are just like, what the fuck? And it's open. It's been dissected. It's got like a Y cut down the middle of its rib cage. It's obviously dead. There's doctors in biohazard suits standing all around it. There's all sorts of type of sensors connected up to it. There's computer machines blipping and bleeping and all different types of medical tests being run on this thing. And one of the doctors comes up to you and says, "We need your opinion." Okay, and he's talking to your full group. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Researching the dissection of the show grooves may reveal the cure to the ebonic death that plagues our universe. But the show grooves are also holy to the nation of Embron. They are an animal worshipped by them. What should we do? Should we continue with our research and find the cure, or should we respect their cultural animal?
So this is an animal that's respected, it's revered by the people you're trying to save.
Yeah,
Mm,
it's their holy animal. It's like the Brahmin, like a cow to Indian people. But
Yeah.
imagine if Indian people were dying from a disease where they needed to eat beef.
I think that you should try to pursue your scientific research and cure the people.
And why is that? Why should we do that? Because we're going to have to issue a decree as to why and back it up.
Mm,
Do what you must to preserve the race.
But some of the people of this race are so committed that they will die for these creatures. They will kill themselves for these creatures. If they see these creatures die, they have a belief that for every creature of these they see die, they must kill 20 of their own.
they must kill 20 of their own.
Mm-hmm.
Does the number of the plague victims outnumber the number of people that would die from your research?
Well, to put it in the most simplistic mathematical computation that I can, if we were to kill enough of these to extract the blood needed for a cure, and they were to commit this self-sacrifice for this animal, it would kill off nearly half of their civilization.
And you have to kill this animal to get the cure. There's no way.
Unfortunately.
There's no way to get the blood in a more humane fashion.
Many years down the road, we may be able to clone it, but it is such a complex type of blood that this thing has that, as of right now, we do not have the technology to do it.
There's no farming. There's no farming of the blood like you can farm a human for blood by running it through the one of the major arteries and letting the heart do all the work.
How would that work? Can you explain that process? It's something completely new to us.
Like when you go to donate blood or something.
Okay.
You extract what you need without killing the animal.
Keeping it sufficiently fed and keeping its fluids up you can extract a certain amount of blood per per day or a set of days while being able to keep it alive, and you can farm the blood from it without killing it, technically speaking. So you're technically going in with their religious beliefs, and you are preserving their race.
Okay, this guy, he seems extremely interested in this theory that you and Pat's character are portraying to him and explaining to him, and he's kind of like, wow, you guys really know a lot about blood, holy shit. I want to go ahead and have you make a mental roll. Both of you make a mental check. And I can do this. I can't see what you get, but I believe you.
I will tell you. Pat got 13.
Okay.
Is my phone not working?
Yeah, we can hear
And
that.
Rich, I don't see.
I think I need to like refresh this page because I didn't see
Hold
it.
on. I have a big red arrow that says your connection has been interrupted.
Yeah,
It's
same
weird.
here. I can't read.
That roll that I did was from, I think, way earlier. I still have to roll. I had to refresh my page.
Okay, I'm refreshing the page right now. Wait until I'm back in there.
Don't refresh it because I can't get into Roll20 again.
It just says rolling 1d. It's just loading. Like,
Yeah, I can't get in again.
is it broken? Hold
Yeah.
on. Hold on. I think it's loading for me now. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah, Roll20. Online dice roll.
Alright, hold on a second, guys. Let me just do this.
Scott, bust out the real dice.
I can do that if we need to.
Yeah, might as well.
I'm back in. Oh, no, I'm not.
Roll20 is not working for me.
Yeah, you know what? It's not working at all. I can't even like. I tried to go ahead and start a new campaign to just like throw you guys into that. They won't let me do that either. I think
Guys, you should join this one right here. ROLZ.org.
What? Say again. How you
What's
spell?
this?
ROL Ziggy.
Yeah, Z.org.
.org. It's just a dice roller.
Yeah.
And join the room called, like, you type in a nickname, you type Starblade with a capital S in the room.
In the room name or the nickname?
What is it?
Room name is Starblade with a capital S.
Oh, rules.
Meanwhile, as every viewer goes and joins our room.
That's okay. You can do it if they want to.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in here.
Okay, sorry. What was Dice Room?
Starblade with a capital S.
And this is a nickname or no room name?
No, room name.
Room name.
Okay.
Nickname is your
Starblade with a capital S. Okay.
Yeah, the nickname is like your name.
I guess I'll roll.
Should probably wait until Scott joins in here.
I'm
Yeah. I don't know if that's-
Ulrich.
He's Ulrich. Alright, go ahead.
Okay.
They both previously rolled in here. Had a 14 and Rich a 5.
I have a plus 3.
There we go. Now I'm DM. Okay.
So with Rich's plus on his mental, he's rolled an 8 total.
Argon rolled a 1.
Yeah, I just tried.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what is he doing? I was like, I didn't think I asked him. Okay, so we got a 5 and an 8.
No, we got a 5, which totals to 8 because of his modifiers, and
Oh, okay.
Pat rolled a 14.
Okay, Pat passes. So, he looks at Rich and he says, "You make a very good point, but this guy over here seems to know a lot about blood."
And
Obviously, I'm a vampire.
vampires.
They can tell because he's sparkling.
He had kind of a bonus going from and and so he's actually okay. All right, that's actually a pretty good idea. So they go ahead and run this stuff through the computer, and it sounds like it's going to work. He says, okay, so what we can do is we can be making an infinite amount of this stuff. So we're not going to have to keep killing all these animals, so the people won't kill themselves for this. What are we going to do to convince them to drink the blood of an animal that they worship?
You don't.
What do you mean you don't?
You market it as an energy drink.
Yeah, you do it as a potion, or you don't have to tell them about the blood.
If they worship the god or if they worship the animal as like a god or as something holy, just to try and explain it to them that it's their deity's way of giving back to them to protect them from the harms of this world, for them protecting the animal.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with what he said.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with what he said.
Yeah, what he said.
Okay, good. All right. All right. So he says, "Can you guys follow me into this room?" And it's next to the end of the room, past this thing that's being dissected and all the computers. There's these two solid black metal doors. They've got like window holes all on them, but the window's so shiny and new that even trying to look through, you just see your own reflection.
I don't think that's
Goes next to the door. They look like they're leading into some super high class room, and he beckons you forth to follow him in.
I'll follow him.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'll go as well.
I'll follow.
I slowly follow him. I'm tired.
All right. So is everybody's gonna follow?
Yes.
Okay. So once he starts to realize that all you guys are like, okay, we trust this dude, it's cool. He scans a card that opens up the door. They open with a and you get into the next room, and it turns out to be kind of this big meeting room with like a round table, but like presidential round table. It's really high class carved out wood, but you can tell it's not real wood, it's artificial, and there's no legs on the bottom, it's just floating. And there's floating chairs for each of you to sit in, and at the end there is a guy who seems to be a very important business type person, but the way the room's lit, all you see is just like a guy sitting there like this. You see the silhouette, but you can't actually see the person. And the scientist who's with you just kind of motions like.
And the chairs are floating.
Yeah, they're floating off the ground. Like
I want to have trouble trying to sit in that chair.
As you walk close to the chair, though, Kyle, it literally like adjusts its height on floating just for your body size.
Chairs are too smart. I'll sit down warily because I'm afraid of the chair. This is black magic.
Okay, makes sense. That's good role playing. All right, so Kyle's character kind of goes up and like nudges the chair. He pushes it, and it kind of keeps like readjusting, almost like a bird's head would adjust minor fraction movements to adjust to be a perfect fit for him. And it's kind of just keeps waiting. Like, it doesn't seem to have like a mind of its own, but it just seems to be almost like robotic, and it's like constant reformation, ergonomic style, and everything. So it gets more and more ready for Kyle to sit.
Can I use any of my? Can I use like any of my like mental abilities?
Yeah, let me go ahead and read. Let me go ahead and take a look. Let me see if there's something that would really help you
I
out.
want to say something to Argon.
Yeah, what?
Okay, go ahead.
Dude, you know we're far behind in technology when we haven't made the transition from smartphones to smart chairs.
You should see the shares we have on Safarian. They're creepy.
Okay, you have demonic and nocturnal, if I'm correct. If I'm not, then correct it next time. But you've got detect evil might help, and that's about it. The rest are kind of like blood scent, heat scent, upside down, super sprint.
In my home, chairs are chairs.
Because where is it?
Oh, no, I guess you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't be demonic because that's.
No.
What?
I do have Arcanian abilities if you have any of those for Arcanian.
Arcanic. That's what it is. Okay. So you're Arcanic. Full Arcane charge, Arcane crafting, consume energy, Arcane camo.
Because there should be something I can use for some like telepathy.
Oh, you could do like sense Arcane. See if the guy's magic is sitting at the edge of the table.
So I want to sense his motives. Can anyone here sense his motives? That's what I want to know. Can anyone here possibly sense like his motives, or if he's at least evil?
Yeah, check for any kind of perception check or anything like that. I mean, you can go right out and just do a mental perception check, but you get no bonus other than your mental bonus. If you have a skill, you'll get the skill set bonus on top of your mental set bonus.
While he's doing that, me and Pat are chatting it up, watching Kyle kind of poking a chair that is floating. I want to pick him up by his, like just pick him up and put him on the chair and be like, sit.
I want to smack him with my mace when he touches me.
Okay, so like as you guys kind of get in this little bit of scuffle, that one scientist guy gets
Kyle, swing for damage.
Yes.
About 13.
Are you guys really gonna take like super hard hits at each other?
No, we're just
No.
buffing each other. I'm like, Kyle, just sit down.
Do it.
Damn it.
The scientist guy.
Get your hands off
He's
me.
like, gentlemen, you're acting like children.
I'm like,
This is the CEO. Sit down.
sir, shut up. Kyle, sit down.
He kind of like when
I wanna
says that, the scientist guy kind of backs off, but he still gives you kind of an eye like, come on, guys, please, man, just fucking sit down.
I want to tell Argon to kneel down.
In my land, chairs are on the ground.
Yeah,
Like
but
people
this
are
is
supposed to be. This is sorcery,
This is
and
not
I'll
your
have none
land.
of it.
But this is
None
not
of
your land. Sit down or shut up.
Look,
Go
when
away.
Argon kneels down, I want to take both of their heads and smack them together and tell them quit acting like children.
Okay, go ahead and do a speed check real quick. I
Okay.
just want you to do a speed check, Pat. I want to see how this looks.
A 6.
Okay, they sit down, and like as they sit down in like a simultaneous fashion where like your head just like your hand goes over their head, and they're just kind of like, "What are you trying to do? Come on, man!" And like so, both of Bjorn and Kyle's character kind of laugh about, "Haha, you can make that guy angry." And then finally, you sit down. Everybody kind of very childishly finally takes their seats. The guy is like. He's still sitting there, hasn't moved, but you hear his fingers are kind of like doing the tapping, like. And then finally he speaks up. Are you gentlemen done?
No.
Baby.
Anyway, let's get to business.
Okay, we're done.
Scientist Thrawn over here speaks of some situations that you have secured as far as what we should do. Do explain your situation with this and what you think might best help the people.
Okay, well, I nudge Rich to explain his... Or no. Yeah, I nudge Rich and Pat to explain their blood theory. And then, prior to them explaining the scientific nonsense, I'll explain the religious aspect of trying to help the people.
Go ahead, explain.
Mhm. Well, on my planet, when someone needs, when someone's like anemic or they have a low blood cell count, we do something called a blood transfusion, where we take blood from one living creature and put it into another while keeping both creatures alive. So we could take the blood from one of these creatures. We could take the blood from these creatures so long as we keep them fed and very well nourished, and we don't drain them out too quickly. Then they can live and be harvested for their blood to be made into a cure.
Interesting. He discusses something with the scientist who's over next to him at that point, and I want Rich to go ahead and make a mental check real quick. Nice. All right, good. It was a 10 to pass. All right. They stop discussing, turn to you, and say, "Very well. Then it shall be so." He stands up and he starts to sign some papers and touches a medical thing on the wall that looks like a big, like floating, how would you describe it, LCD screen. And he's putting some kind of input in there. And the second he touches one of those buttons to do an input, the room turns into the white egg medium and everything disappears. The green door shows up again, and a 15-second countdown begins again. But the voice sounds different this time when it speaks, the woman's voice who gets you ready for every test. And it speaks kind of more hurriedly, deeper, and more excited. And it says, Stage 5, final stage, gentlemen, prepare. All right? 15 seconds doesn't go by normal 15 seconds at this point, but suddenly drops to 0. The door opens up, and you're just hit with like a gust of air, like, whoosh, and it sounds like almost like a valve release. And you look out, and all this mist clears out of the way of some kind of like technological department that's keeping something kind of seal wrapped. And what you can see, this is all you make out. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. That's good. That's only 5 people showed up. 5 valves. They look like giant valves, like almost like submarine, but more futuristic. Easier to turn with just one hand, not like one of these, but like that type of open thing. And there's 5 of them. Let's see, I wish I could draw this right now. If you're looking straight at the room, okay, one right here at the far corner, one right here in the far corner, then 3 kind of grouped together in the middle.
I want to go to the one.
Wait. Let me just finish description of the room before you choose anything. Okay. This one over here has a picture of a leg above it, like a gigantic leg.
A leg?
This one's got another picture of a leg over on this side, all right? The 2 that are closer together but not in the total middle, this one has an arm. This one has an arm. And the one that's totally in the center has a head above it. Just a very simple, like it's beautifully like symmetrically drawn, those kind of very futuristic technological symbols you see where they've used as minimal amount of shapes and lines to draw the object they're trying to portray. So everything looks super clean and futuristic.
I think we're in a giant robot.
I just stand there with my mouth open like, oh shit. I don't know what it is, but I like it.
All right. Steam starts to shoot out of the side of the walls, and you feel something starting to decompress in the room. A big red light comes down from the ceiling, kind of like a warning light or like some sort of security light, and it says, "Burn, burn, burn. Gentlemen, please take your stations."
I want to go to the far right, to the leg.
I'll take the right arm.
I take the head.
I'll take the left arm.
Okay, everybody write those things down right now, please.
Hold on.
I need you to remember where you are. Okay, so actually I need to write them down too. Okay, 1 second.
I took right.
Okay, hold on. Okay, who took the head?
I did.
Okay, that's good. That's a good idea. All right. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Really stupid.
Guys, we're in the Megazord.
Rangers, prepare for battle. Someone talks to you, but their mouth doesn't move right. Okay. There's.
I am the moon star.
Okay, so left arm. Who's left arm?
The left arm.
Okay, Rich. All right. Right arm.
That's me.
All right. Left leg.
Here.
Was that Aaron?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And Pat, I'm guessing you were the right leg.
Or no, I'm the right arm. Kyle's the left leg, or the right leg.
No, you got that backwards, buddy. Oh yeah, no, you're right. I am the leg. My bad. Right leg.
Okay, so Pat is the right arm.
Yes.
Kyle is the right leg.
Yes.
Okay. That could have gotten messy. Okay.
That would have been funny.
All right, you guys. As soon as you open up those hatches, you see these super futuristic looking tunnels, like the kind of thing you would board a plane on, but like super sleek, shiny metal that like reflects every part of you running through there. It's pretty obvious where to go because there's LCD arrows centering all through the entire passageway that you're running through. The steam continues to decompress as you feel those doors shut behind you, like almost immediately as you step through. And you feel like as you're stepping through that there's a little bit of a rumble in these tunnels that you're running through, and you realize it's because they're detaching from the wall behind you and releasing some sort of vehicle that you're getting inside of. And as you get in, you all take seats into these dimly lit rooms. They're barely lit by blue light, but they're lit just enough so that you can easily sit yourself down in these perfectly ergonomic chairs that look and feel great. As of right now, you can't really see anything around you because, like I said, it's just tiny little, like literally like ballpoint pen-sized blue lights lighting the room. So it's just enough for you to be able to sit down. And so you all sit down, and you feel like the second you realize every single person has sat down, and that's just because there's like a giant shift in weight in the whole machine. That's when every single light panel, every single control panel, every single LCD screen, everything turns on, just like, and then you start to feel like the entire vehicle or whatever you're in start to lift up and move up, and you're just like, whoa, 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 like you're holding onto your seat, but you feel like you're pretty safe and pretty secure. You're just kind of surprised by the weight and movement of this thing moving, and finally the LCD screens pop up in front of you, and they give you a tactical readout pretty much of where you are, what you're doing, and what you're controlling. And just like you had guessed, yes, it is a giant robot. And those of you in the legs see pretty much what is a skeleton outline of a leg, but it's obviously a robotic skeleton. Arms see the same thing. Head, you actually have, instead of an LCD screen, you have a clear LCD screen that allows you to partially see out through the screen that you're using. And looking down, Bjorn, you can see you are in this massive fucking robot. Like, I mean, this thing must be the size of, I'd say, like a 30-story building. Okay, so this thing's massive.
I just have to ask. As the room lit up, I want to look around to see if there's some way that I can plug myself into this thing.
All right, that's a good idea. Make a mental check.
Mental check. 1 second, I need to go to that dice play.
And don't you have like some kind of hacking skill or anything?
I do have hacking.
Yeah, use your hacking skill. Don't just plug in.
Let's hack it up. 13.
All right, so 13 is your total hacking skill?
Yeah, wait, I have mental, so it's 13 plus. Where is my mental? Wow.
That's a pretty good roll already if you're 13.
So
Yeah.
it's mental plus 3, so that's 16.
Okay. And what, you don't get a bonus for hacking? What's your hacking bonus?
That's plus 3, I think.
Yeah, okay. Wait, hold on. Let me just check. Understand what I'm doing.
Yeah, hack crack is plus 3.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so yeah, total of 19 would mean you definitely crack in. Okay, so right away, you're a little bit familiar with a little bit of the electronics that are in here. Some of the panels and readouts you already start to understand. But jacking in allows you to suddenly change all the language to what you're used to on your planet in Zephyrion 15. And it's very lucky for the rest of you guys that you let him choose the head, because this is the main control panel of the entire thing. And right away, the first thing the computer asks you, and it says, turn on ocular visuals for appendages.
Yes.
Okay, as soon as you do that, the hands turn around like this, and the tops of the feet open up, and pretty much like you would see, like, you know, like the Iron Man suit has those, like, circles, right? Okay, those show up kind of on the hands, and they show up on the top of the feet. And they're like bright blue for a second, but then they turn dark black and into like kind of a smoky, transparent film that you're not really sure if it's glass or a force field, but now you can like look down into the hands. Like you're literally using this giant robot head to look down into the hands, and they don't know it yet. They haven't even realized it yet, but you can see the tops of Rich and Pat's head, and at the very bottom, Kyle and Aaron's head too, and the feet. And you're like, oh, okay, shit, I can see them down there. What do you want to try and do?
I want to see if there's any way to communicate with the guys. Is there like an intercom or something?
The computer, as soon as you say that, the computer asks if you want to make verbal or visual contact.
Verbal and visual contact.
Very well. Okay. Right away, their screens switch out. You guys all see Bjorn in there, and right away there's an alert above you to let you know that you can look up. Like lights start blinking, and a beep goes off that just like kind of gets your attention to look up. And right away you realize, oh, I can just look up and see Bjorn above me here, and he's looking down at you through the hands. And you also see where he's at, where he's located, and everything around him, and that he's jacked in to the giant robot's head on your LCD screen now. So that technical readout you had of your appendage that you're in is gone, and it's just Bjorn looking back at you, ready to give you command.
Guys, we're in a robot.
What's a robot?
A big, massive thing that can do stuff.
Is this sorcery?
No.
Well, actually,
this is
Kyle,
science.
your character thinks that this is a golem.
A golem. Ah, I like that.
Yeah, your
Is this some
character
kind of-
right away is like, oh, dwarven golem, duh.
I'm worried about kaiju. I feel like this is a perfect setup for frickin' kaiju.
So,
I don't even know what
guys,
that means.
guys,
It's a gun.
I can control the whole thing. What do we do with it?
I guess we should proceed forward with the golem.
Time travel.
Time travel?
Well, what's in front of us, first off?
What's
Say
in
again?
front of us?
What's in front of us?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm glad somebody finally asked that. As of right now, do you remember how I said there was like a big mist in front of you before? Well, that's what you've got in front of you now. It seems as though this mist is artificially created. It's literally there just to be a visual barrier, so as not to let you proceed forward without knowing if you will bump into anything there. At the same time, you feel like it could be cleared away at any second, and you can also see kind of gray, dull bulb lights that center around the entire room that are obviously going to flick on at some moment. Looking down at the floor, you can kind of just barely make out what looks like some sort of like, the closest thing I can say it looks to is like a basketball court, but like massive and not made of wood. It's like metal, but you know how like there's like taped lines and everything like that, like an indoor soccer or basketball court.
Come on and slam.
It's
I
massive.
feel like the only controls that Aaron and Kyle should have are QWOP.
I understood that reference.
You
What
guys,
does that mean? QWOP is like keyboard stuff.
That's a game called QWOP. It's impossible.
you have to make a guy run by using only QW and O and P to control his thighs and his legs. Like,
Wow, that sounds really hard.
Anyway, I want to try to see if we can get this thing moving forward.
All right, well, issue a command.
Robot, walk, go, Shazam. I like Shazam.
It asks you. It says, main pilot command mobile become.
Yes, go.
And you realize this translation's coming back to you a little bit strange because it's you being jacked into it and like your software changing it as fast as it can, but it's still a little bit jumbled. But you say, as soon as you say that, for Kyle and Aaron's LCD screens, they take away the image of you, and it just reads out at the top. It says, issued command become mobile, and then it's got images once again of the feet. Looking down at your control thing, it's kind of like a really nice computer chair, pretty much. But on each side of you are these kind of like hand levers that you like literally have like glove units to put your hands inside of. And then once you put them inside, you can like pull back and forth on them.
I want to do that.
No, oh yeah, that's right. Kyle and Aaron, yeah, sorry, okay. All right, Kyle, you put your hands inside of the glove levers.
Yes.
Okay. As soon as you put them in there, they light up and initiate with the sense of your touch. They turn kind of like a glowing blue color, and you kind of feel like your foot start to engage. It just feels like it's kind of slightly hovering up and down off the ground.
Okay. Can I attempt to, like, to make my foot take a small step forward and
Sure.
place back on the
How
ground?
do you want to do that?
I guess that I would have to roll, wouldn't I? Uh-oh.
Okay, go ahead and make a mental check.
Mental. totally left the room. True story. 1 second, guys. This is the worst website ever.
It's not.
Oh, what? It kicks you from the room?
No.
It just kicked me from the room twice. And two.
12.
Oh yeah, it kicked me from the room too.
アイスクリームないの？
Hold on 1 second. 12? Wait, 12
12.
or 9?
アイスクリーム
12 is your first roll, right?
Yeah, +1.
Okay.
13.
I'm gonna go up 12, yeah, 13. Okay.
アイス
Alright,
ク
so-
リームないの？
No, there's no ice cream right now. You gotta eat Gohan first. Alright, so right away, like, you start to pull on it, and you feel like it's backing up too much, so you push forward right away, and that starts to bring you up forward, and then you're kind of like, okay, I'm up farther and farther, and then, like, you can see as you get up, what you didn't realize was a window below you before, because the ground was right next to it, allows you to see that you're actually hovering above the ground. Kenny, I'm talking right now, okay? I'm gonna get you Pepper Pig on here in just a second. And you realize you can go ahead and put the gears back down to start pushing the lever back down, and it starts to bring the foot closer and closer to the ground. So right now the whole unit's taken 1 step. You're 1 step closer to that mist.
Okay. My job is done here, guys. Someone else's turn.
What exactly is there to do?
You have to move your foot if you're in a foot. Like I just did.
And when Kyle's character says that, it immediately directs the comm over to your leg, and it's like the robot itself knew to go ahead and issue whatever verbal command Kyle would say over to your leg, because it realizes you both have to work in unison. Right? Okay, here you go.
Take a step.
Yeah, take a step.
All right, go ahead and make a mental check too, because you're a giant orc using a robot for the first time in your life. It's a little bit foreign to you.
Okay.
Oh, he did it in roll 20. He got a 16.
Okay, that's fine. All right, that passes it too. He actually has a better feel for it. Maybe just because his grip is really strong. He starts to pull back really hard, and that foot gets up even faster than the other foot. And goes, all right, so now you've taken 2 steps forward. You're almost face up to the mist now, like you're face to face with the mist. Looking a little bit through that gray type of mist, you think what you can kind of see on the other side, it's kind of just a silhouette at this point, a shadow. But you swear you can kind of almost see a similar looking robot on the other side. As of right now, there's no lights or anything turned on it, and that's why it's kind of hard to see.
Take another step forward.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. There we go.
ちっちゃいのね。
何それは大きい声はちょっとめんどくさいでしょ
ちょっと難しいです。
Okay. I'm going to make you make a mental check again, but I'm going to give you a +3 on this one. Go ahead.
Where am I rolling? Roll 20? Or this nonsense?
You can do it roll 20 or the other one. If it's kicked you out of the room again, just do roll 20 because it's bullshit.
13.
Okay, 13 plus 3, 16, definitely okay. All right, yeah, this time even better than the first time. You feel kind of like you've already adapted somewhat. You've become almost kind of one with this leg. Before your movement, before would have been like, now it's like, okay, so now you guys are a little bit closer. You're about a knee through this mist now, all right? And all of you can kind of make out that within that other giant robot, it has the same type of windows, the same type of build and everything. And you're not sure if you can totally make this out perfectly, but you think you can kind of see like some sort of crew shadows, like running through it, trying to figure out what to do.
Dude, Pat, punch it.
You're looking at the other side through the mist. You can kind of make out that robot a little bit better. You figure out that it's kind of the same type of model, a little bit altered, slightly different, but almost as definitely the same size, if nothing else, with slightly different alterations in coloring. And inside the windows and stuff, you're seeing some sort of beings or something running around it. It has not turned on as of yet.
Well, I want to ask Argon what best course of action would be, since he's controlling the whole thing.
I want to see if we have any kind of weapon system on us.
Perfect. There we go. As soon as you say weapons, right away, a display of weapons shows up in your visual on your LCD, and you see two different things. You see one that shows a word that says chain punch, and the other one that says chain gun. Which one do you select?
Punch or gun?
Gun.
Punch him.
Punch.
God, you make this so difficult.
Guns are too mainstream, man.
Trust me, I'm a dwarf. I can't even see.
Oh, just punch it. Yeah, punch. Chain punch. Robot thingy. Chain punch it.
All right, you say chain punch, and it says left or right arm, sir.
Sir.
Sir. Left.
All right, Rich, while you're sitting there, you start to feel your kind of cockpit type area shake quite a bit, and you feel things kind of moving around, valves and different types of compression and pistons and stuff pushing things around, and you can start to see like the front of your window type area contort and metal pieces slide underneath, and this kind of like spiked, almost kind of like here, like this, these kind of spikes. You guys see those? Those kind of form with the knuckles of the fist of the hand that you're in, and tiny like little jets point out of the side of it, like they come out of the side. Like, it's got kind of like a jet-looking fist. It's not like flying off or anything yet, but it looks like those things are ready to shoot off if they need to.
Before we do anything, guys, whatever it is in that other thing, I don't know if it's hostile or not, but I have a feeling that we need to destroy it.
Okay, and as soon as he says that, he finishes his sentence talking to you guys, you start to see the lights finally turn on that robot on the other side, and within it, you can start to see other party members that are from a different party than you. They're kind of made up of the same sort of discombobulated and motley crew. One of them looks to be a dragon type creature or something that's sitting in the main head cockpit. On the two hands, if you look into the windows there, you can make out some sort of like almost looks like Slender Man, but with long hair. There's no facial features. It's like a woman Slender Man. It looks really creepy. All right. On the other side, you see what looks like a pterodactyl type creature, and in the 2 feet, you see one that looks like a gnome, and on the other foot over here, there's like some sort of aquatic. You want to say it's a mix between like a merman and like a triton type figure. All right, and they seem to all be shouting stuff to each other. Things are turning on. You're starting to see the arms move jerky and stuff like that. They're obviously getting situated with the controls on this too. It's moving unsteadily too, but it's starting to come towards you like.
Preemptive strike, Grin.
Rich, put your hands in the console now.
Alright, look at my hand in the console.
Alright, he puts his 2 hands inside of the levers there. The same type of blue light thing starts up. And right away, the one that is your actual left hand, Rich, you feel like that one turn like kind of a more warm as it turns from blue to red. And then it actually, the lever pops off and becomes like free floating in your hand. And like, you can actually like move your fist anywhere you want around. Now, as you haven't moved it yet, you're like literally just holding it there. And as you do that, what happens is your LCD screen becomes instead a targeting screen and a see-through LCD. So where you're seeing and where you're moving your fist is actually how your whole cockpit is moving. Like so you're like literally controlling your fist and the fist you're in and where you're seeing all at the same time.
I actually want to ask Argon if he could see any weaknesses, if there are any weaknesses he knows of that are on the other robots. Since I mean both of our robots are the same, if he can do like a scan of the systems to see like where any structural weaknesses would be in the other robot.
Sure.
Robot. While this is all going on, I just want to get prepared and get my, situated with the console.
Robot.
I'm sorry, who said that? Who wanted to get used to the console?
Me.
Who's me? Pat. Okay. Okay. Sorry, you don't have a video, so I just. Okay. You start to look at yours too, and right now both of your levers are not blue until you put your hands in there, and then they do. But they don't have the same control as Rich's right now, and as of right now, the screen is just showing your appendage type X-ray skeletal type thing, and it says currently unarmed. No pun intended. Ba-dum-bum.
Robot. Arm, right arm, gun.
Chain gun?
Yes.
Verifying. Okay. And it goes through. And you see, looking around you in your little cockpit area, it's kind of like a bulb shape now. It's not like a fist shape anymore. That part of your fist has been covered up with kind of like a, I would say like a big B-52 bomber type metal spherical noodle. And out of the sides, all these little barrels pop up, and they start spinning around. And then when they stop at a certain point and then reverse their spin, and then the tips of them light up almost like tiny little cigarette tips, and they glow red, and smoke starts pouring out of them before anything even fires. And it says, ready and armed. And now your screen also becomes like Richard's screen. It's pretty much a target-type bubble, and what happens with yours is both of your levers detach, and it almost feels like you're holding like a howitzer, like a handgun. I don't know how else would you call it. I can't say a howitzer, like that gun, like a pump gun.
Yeah.
There you go. And so now it becomes like a feeling like that, and you feel triggers pop into your fingers that you're not pressing down yet.
I want to see if there's any options that we can get up blueprints of our own robot.
Say again. You want to see if there's what?
Like blueprints or like a model that we can like, see. Yes,
Oh, okay, okay.
A blueprint.
Okay, so what do you say to the computer to do that?
Computer scan schematics.
Okay. It says anatomical schematics of robot mimic those of humanoid skeletal structure. Weaknesses are the same.
Guys, aim for the head.
So
All right, as he's telling you all this stuff and scanning this stuff, you guys are only about maybe 400. No, I'd say 400. I'd say like probably half a mile only away from the other robot. So this place is huge. You can see everything. Not half a mile. 800 meters. Which I guess
Yes, it's about a kilometer.
800 meters. Yeah, oh, yeah. Okay, there you go. About a kilometer away. I'm horrible in kilometers. All right,
Guys,
800 meters. You can.
Let's get moving.
He can't reach you yet, but yeah. All right, you see on the other robot, both of the arms light up and turn into guns. All right, so they've started to figure it out. They're still moving a little herky-jerky, but it seems like whoever's controlling the arms is doing pretty good.
Rich, punch them in the face, knock them off center.
I feel like that wouldn't even work out too well. I mean, you could attack the like the underarm. Even if it's like this, you could end up attacking the underarm, which could potentially sever one of the arms off.
Just punch
A
something.
bit hard.
Strike preemptively. Don't let them strike us first.
Go for
I'd like to strike. I'd like to strike the
Okay, wait.
underarm.
As you guys are discussing this, you start to hear this loud. you start to hear this loud whirring sounding. And those gun turrets on the other robot, its gun hands, start to spin like an extreme rate. They're lighting up, they're all turning red like they did before, and they're moving now so fast that all the red blurs together. It appears that they're about to fire. What are you guys going to do?
I
Guys,
think the legs should plant, and we push both arms, push the guns up into the head of the robot. Like brace yourself so they can't push back.
Okay, so you raise your hands up like a boxer, kind of like to
No. I think we should all like the legs should go and get into a position where they can really plant themselves in, and they won't be able to be pushed back or thrown off balance. And then both of us arms we take their gun arms and push them up into the head of their robot. So once they start firing, they're gonna be firing to their own faces.
I thought we were too far away.
yeah,
Okay, I would say you'd probably have time to dig in, like you're talking about with the legs, but your reach and the level of grasp that you would have at that point wouldn't probably allow you to do that. And their arms can move just as fast as your arms, so it would be hard for you to actually grab theirs.
Argon, what type of guns are equipped to our robots?
Your arm is
The
already
same as
turned into
theirs. Yeah.
Pat, start fire.
What?
You're already
Arm
trying.
is a gun right now.
Yeah, your arm's already the same type of gun that they have on both hands.
Oh, okay, I missed that. I was holding the baby. Okay, so can I fire?
You can start to initiate that, yeah. If you gotta hold down the triggers.
All right, well I'm holding the triggers down.
All right, your gun starts to spin just like theirs. It's starting to lighting up red. All right, guys, they're gonna release their first burst of fire. You start to see like, and like it's kind of almost like not necessarily bullets, but like a mix between what you would consider a giant bullet and a missile is starting to fly your way. They don't come out quite as fast as bullets. They have like a little smoke trail behind them, but they are headed towards you at an alarming rate because they've got to move 800 meters. You've got like pretty much enough time to try and do one move. What are you going to do with this robot?
I think me and
If I
Kyle
launch
should
my
attempt
hand at
to
it,
jump
do
out
I
of
get
the
it back?
way.
If I launch my hand, do I get it back?
I don't know. It's your first time in this robot. I can't tell you.
Can I ask the computer that?
Okay. It says fist reserves 3.
Then I guess I'll launch my fist at the head of the opposing, or rather, I'll go for the chest. It's a wider target. I'll go for the chest of the other robot to knock him off balance.
Okay, what I'll go ahead and do, since you're both going to attack then, because they're attacking and you're attacking, I'm going to make you guys make an initiative roll. That's going to be a 1 dice 10. Go ahead and you make a 1 dice 10, I'll do a 1 dice 10.
Are we doing it in the roll 20 or the rolls?
the rolls.
Yeah, I just rolled, I got a 9. What did you get?
8.
Oh, so close. Damn. Okay, alright, so don't worry, you'll still get to fire your fist, but they're going to get to hit you with some fire first. Go ahead, and I want each one of you to make a mental check. I want every single person in every part of the robot to make a mental check.
9 plus 3, so that's...
Okay.
I got a 17 plus 1, so 18.
I got an 11 plus
5.
Alright, Cathaden, do you have any bonus, any mental bonus?
Yeah, it's 0.
Okay.
So I got a 14 technically.
You got a 14. What do you mean? It says 5 there?
No, that was Rich talking.
Yeah, mine is 11.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, okay, no problem. Okay, alright, so I need, let's see, hold on a second, I have to do this. Oh, oops, did it roll? Okay, alright, cool. Alright, this sucks. Alright, then who, okay, Cathaden, who is Cathaden? Sorry, I can't
Pat.
connect names all of a sudden. That's Pat. All right, Pat, you are in the right arm. Go ahead and take 15 points of life count damage. Okay? Bullets stream through your arm and just riddle your arm. The rest of the robot is kind of able to move away, but unfortunately the way the robot suddenly moves is like this, exposing this arm out in front of everything, or I guess it would be this one actually. But bullets just smashing you, and your arm's not totally disrupted enough that it can't work. You still have function, but you actually took damage just from being smacked around so hard inside your own cockpit, and some of the bullets even grazed your body. So you're kind of a mess right now. Smoke's starting to pour out of that arm.
Damn it, Rich. Fire off that freaking thing.
I'll say, Bjorn, up by you in the head, an alarm sounds, and your screen is slightly blocked for a second as it shows a half side view of the robot, and the right arm on it is like flashing red.
Is there a fire or anything in?
There's no fire as of yet. There's internal internal fire safeties that kicked on the second he was hit. But there's just like smoke gushing from that arm right now. Like you can almost barely see it.
Can I transfer energy from that is left in Pat's arm into Rich's arm so that like his fist gets stronger?
Why don't you ask how would you ask the computer?
Computer, is there any options for transferring energy?
So you want to reroute power.
Yeah.
Currently, power is at maximum within that arm due to the amount of cables connected. The only expected or suggested treatment would be nano at this time.
Can I override?
The only way to possibly override would be a manual override by reconnecting wires in that arm.
Long time. Rich,
If
fire
you can,
off.
It says, again, sir, suggested is nano repair.
Damn it. Computer.
hey, Grand.
Yes.
If you want to just say, forget the right arm, I can bail out of it, and you can
No,
go.
look, you're safe. You're not going to die if you stay inside that arm.
Okay.
It's damaged, and if you try to use it, you're going to still be able to use it to fire the gun.
It's
But you're gonna do it at a penalty. It's gonna be a little bit fucked up. All right. If you get hit again, then yeah, you might. It might be worse than cut off this arm. It might be your arm's already cut off, and your real arms are cut off too, and so are your legs and your head, and you're dead. But anyway.
I suggest that Pat gets out and that Rich fires his fist aiming for the head.
Wait, so you're gonna tell Pat to eject?
Don't eject, just nano repair his arm, motherfucker.
Alright, well, let's nano repair Pat's arm, and I tell Rich to aim for the head instead.
Alright, Bjorn issues a nano repair on the right arm, and shouts down to Rich. During that time, Rich, your screen flashes and lets you know, even though you've already fired your gun, so that as soon as Bjorn issues that order, you've already hit the trigger, so it turns back off right away. And I want you guys to, let's see, I'll let Kyle roll 20-sided die, and Rich roll 20-sided die, and Bjorn roll 20-sided die. Because you're going to be stepping forward with the right leg, firing with the left arm,
I hate this dice room thing.
1, wow.
Hold on, I'm back in the room.
Sorry, it's okay, don't worry.
7.
Okay, so you fire off that fist, right? And unfortunately, the second you do that, something's happened with Argon up in the head, and he's hit the wrong button or something and turned off his screen and shut down the head for a second. And it's going to take a minute for the head to repower up. He's had a huge fumble up there in the head, so all the power. The robot's head is like he's like and shoots, but then his head's like, but Kyle's okay. His foot steps forward and kind of sets you up, so at least you don't get injured by the way you've stepped. And but when you fire the fist, it just barely misses, but it flies past the other robot's head.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit!
Probably could have
Alright.
hit it in the chest.
You guys are closer now. All right, it's continuing to step forward, and now you can almost see like the whites of their eyes, man. These guys inside are pissed, and they're like, "Oh shit!" Like they realize like that they
Wait.
got you kind of.
Did Rich's fist make connection? Like, did it
No,
hit
it
him?
missed. It whizzed by. All right.
Step on that guy's foot.
All right, and by the way, as soon as that fist fired, it says 15 seconds till reload, and you start to see nanobots rebuilding you a new fist. On top of that, the other one's coming closer, and you see it start to suck in all of its Gatling gun type things, and it's replacing them on both sides with 2 chain fists.
So,
And yeah, so now it's going to be kind of like melee fighting with ranged weapons almost. It's like melee fighting with shotgun blast to your face. If you guys are. So they're getting closer. Why don't we each go ahead and well, you guys let me know, what are you doing? What are you doing now that like his arm is reloading? Pat's arm can still fire, but it's going to do it at a penalty.
I think the Pat should fire, and I think I want Argan to tell me if there's anything that I can do aside from stand ground since I'm in the foot.
Yeah, am I still able to fire since, like, I was prepared to fire, last, like, before all the rules and everything, so, like, do I still get to fire even though I got fucked up?
You do, but you're going to be doing it at a penalty. Okay, so it's like, imagine if you had a giant gun and people shot it and some of the barrels got knocked off, so when you shoot, like, not all of your barrels will fire.
Okay.
Hey, Scott.
So,
Yeah.
what am
I want to know if, ever since I'm in the leg, that when we get close enough, I'd be able to kick them off.
You would be probably by the next few steps. You're literally going to be close enough to kick or punch the other robot. Probably give it like another 2 or 3 steps. When you guys, pretty much right now, you guys are walking towards each other to be close enough to commit melee combat. There's going to be another initiative roll to see who gets the first punch, and then you guys are going to both make your rolls for attack. So if you want to try and kick 2 at the same time, that's okay. Obviously, only one leg can choose to kick. But we can say you're getting ready to do that, okay? I'll say Aaron's in the position. He's kind of like crouching into his foot the right way and feels limber enough with it now that he's getting ready for kind of a... What kind of kick? What kind of kick are we talking about? Are you going to try and roundhouse or like something?
I was just hoping for, like, the good old-fashioned Sparta kick, just to knock
Okay, so kind of like a heel boot. Okay. All right, sounds good. This is Starblade Saga! All right.
Okay, so, like, what kind of penalty am I looking at, and what kind of dice should I roll?
I'm going to put you on a -3 penalty. You're going to roll 20-sided dice. You're going to need to get above 10.
20. Natural 20.
Oh, natural 20. Oh, that's good. You know what I'm going to do? Because it was a natural 20, I'm going to go ahead and let you roll for 20 damage times 2.
Holy
Because
shit.
20 damage is what you would do. Normally you would have a penalty to your damage, but since you rolled a perfect, there wouldn't be that. And then 20 is always double damage.
19.
19.
Holy fuck, dude. Now they're coming out. Okay. Oh, where did you aim? Where did you decide to aim when you did this?
Fucking
I was, like, center of mass, basically.
Okay. Center mass, so like the torso area.
Torso area, yeah.
Okay, well, nice. Well, okay. All right, so this thing's coming towards you, and right away, like, I guess you're kind of pissed off that your whole thing's been fucked up there, so you kind of get this, like, white knuckle grip back over the controls. You go ahead and let everything that's noise, debris, smoke fade into the background. You become, like, super hyper-focused, and you wheel up this gun, you start moving into the right position. It's almost like you become zen with the machine at this point. You aim perfectly into this chest-type area, and you zoom into kind of like its It's kind of got like the Iron Man type blue power ring chest type thing. You just zoom straight towards that as if you were like flying a ship into it, but you really just got a fist. And as soon as you're locked perfectly on target, you just mash down those triggers with all the might in your hands, and that thing lets through a huge blast, huge fucking hole in the front, and blows out the back of this robot. And the arms and the legs and the head are still functioning, but you see every light, every wire, every nanofiber, and everything just lose all light and power. Oil's gushing out, smoke's gushing out. The arms and legs are kind of like spasming. Like they're not spasming enough that they're getting shaken like a can of paint, but they're obviously uncomfortable now. And
We're like Michael J. Fox.
You're like Michael J. Fox.
He has Parkinson's.
Oh. Okay. I was thinking more like a malfunctioning robot, but yes, yeah, like a Parkinson's person trying to write a Dear John letter.
Trying to do the electric slide, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Michael J. Fox doesn't have a favorite flavor of ice cream because of Parkinson's.
I don't get that.
He always drops the cone.
Oh. So anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway, he gets totally. Oh, okay. So that damage is so severe that they're gonna have to do a hard reboot, and they can't move for one round. And by move I just mean like they can still move their arms and their legs, but they can't move their robot forward.
Now I think that if
I'm gonna go ahead. Hold on. I'm gonna let them roll to see if they are able to hit back with either of those fists. All right, 16 and 14. Okay, both the fists aim. And what's the other roll? Oh, and a 15. Okay, they are able to aim. They're at a disadvantage at this point because, like I said, they can't totally get forward. One fist tries to aim towards your chest as well and passes just like right under the arm area that Pat is in. The other one does connect, but not quite as hard as you would have expected. It feels like either they didn't quite know how to control the fist just right, or they didn't put full power into it due to the fact that they're losing power. Oil and electricity is like gushing out of this thing. And it hits and dents the chest really well. You've got like a concave chest now, but your robot, nobody inside of their limbs takes any damage, but your robot takes like 25 damage total.
I think
there's a lot of damage, but if you're a giant robot, that's not that bad.
I think that if Rich's like fist is now like properly reloaded, that he should take off another shot at them with his.
Okay, well, what I want you both to do is I want you both to roll 1 dice 10. Well, both of us. I'm roll 1 dice 10. You roll 1 dice 10.
Who, me or Rich?
Oh, actually, who's ready to go? Rich is ready to go. Have him roll 1 dice 10.
Okay.
Okay, I got a 2 and Rich got a 3, so he goes first. Rich, you make your attack roll. 1 dice 20, by the way, for the attack roll.
Oh, whoa. So bad.
2. Okay, yeah, once again, the fist goes flying past its head. So that one doesn't connect again. I'll say the nanobots have halfway repaired the right arm, and the left arm is reloading another fist. Bjorn power has restored to the head.
Am I able to kick yet? Am I close enough?
Yeah, Aaron is ready to kick, so I'll let him go ahead and make that kick roll. Do 1 dice 20 to kick.
Oh, he did it in roll 20. He got a 13.
Oh, he did. Okay, that's fine. Okay, 13 connects. Go ahead and roll for 1 dice 20 for damage too.
2.
2 damage. Okay, so you kind of like you do this pretty nicely executed kick, but it's a little too far down, and it just kind of catches the tip of its knee and just knocks some metal shelling off of the knee. It's enough to kind of slightly damage the other robot, but you can tell it hasn't messed up any function on it or anything like that. It's still enough to piss off the guy who's inside the opposing foot as you. He looks up at you and is obviously shouting and beating the glass like.
Can Can I get ready? Can I start getting ready to do a kick next time it's available?
Yeah, you'll have to wait till next round,
Yep,
though.
yep, that's fine.
Let's go ahead and this round, I'm going to go ahead and let Bjorn roll for initiative. 1 dice 10. Roll.
1 dice 10. Okay. 10. 9.
Okay, I got a 2, so you're going to be going first. Rich can go, Pat can go, and Kyle can go this round.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is there any sort of like liquid hydraulics in there in like the robot's arms?
From what you can figure out, there is some sort of a lubrication that allows the hydraulics that are used within the arm to work.
Since I can actually control elements, would I be able to freeze that on the opposing robot to malfunction
That's a good thought.
arms?
Why don't you think about that? You want to try and do that for your attack? Okay, I'm not going to make you do any kind of to hit roll. I'm just going to let you do that skill roll to see if you make that work.
Meanwhile, I want to know, is there any secret weapons, like hidden functions, that I can scan for?
Ultimate combo.
Okay.
Ultimate combo.
Okay. You're gonna scan for like a kind of like a red alert type attack, like a give it all type attack.
Yeah, a finishing blow or something.
It's
okay.
Left down, right B.
Yeah. It says currently torso is down to 90%, but emergency weapon can be activated in the chest region as long as it's not hit anymore.
As he ponders that, whenever I make my attack after Rich is done, I want to try and when I do my attack, I want to try and smash that fucking foot in front of me.
All right, so that would end up being a force. So
you're like literally gonna like come down and stomp on their foot, huh?
I'm gonna try, yeah.
Oh, I just got a
+1 on that too.
Holy shit. Okay. All right. I'll let you even choose which arm, left arm or right arm. They both have a loaded fist right now.
I'll go for their left arm since that's facing for our right arm, and last time I checked, that's one that we're still trying to get repaired and whatnot. So.
Okay, you see them starting to reload a new fist into that arm, and the guy, he seems to be like messing with the controllers, like he doesn't understand what's going on, and he's like hitting everything, like what the fuck, like, and freaking out, and like you start to see like smoke start to pour out like in tiny wisps, but then the smoke suddenly disappears, and any type of like water type follicle or anything that was liquid within that smoke suddenly turns to ice and drops out of the sky, and then eventually the whole entire fist crystallizes, and there's kind of like this model-like type crystalline ice type thing over his whole front panel. He can still see and stuff, and he's okay inside. It's cold inside for him, but his fist is too fucked up to fire this round. He definitely can't fire it. So one fist is non-functional for at least one round. Nanobots are probably going to be able to scrape the ice off by the next round, though.
Okay. Now I want to try and crush that guy's foot that's in front of me.
Okay, so you're going to like just try and do a foot stomp, right?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and make a 20-sided roll.
20-sided roll.
14, all right. And go ahead and roll for damage.
Is that also 20?
Yeah, that'll be a 22 because this thing is just a fucking giant machine. Okay, 16, nice, wow. All right, I would say, yeah, dude, you fucking bring your foot right up and smash down. Which one, left or right?
I guess it would be his. Would his left be in front of me? Whichever one's in front of me.
Yeah, you're right. Your right foot, so his left would be in front of you. Okay, so you come down on the left foot. That's where that kind of aquatic-looking guy is, and you see he even kind of like moves himself farther back in his seat because you smash the entire tip off the front of that foot, and he can probably still move it. He doesn't have full function of it, and you busted some of the controls on his control room, and he's like literally like kind of compounded into his own control room. He can still kind of move it around and stuff. It's all jerky and everything like that, and if he probably can't make a kick with it, but he can still have the robot like limp. and that's about it. But you've kind of fucked up the kicking function on that side. So right now it can't kick or hit on its whole.
Someone should break that other arm since it's frozen. Its structural integrity should be weakened.
Who's the next person that has a turn?
It's gonna be Pat.
Break that fucking arm.
What do you guys think I should do? Should I try to like completely break the leg, or should I fire for the arm?
Fire for the arm since it's already frozen.
You would. I'll give you a bonus to break the arm because he's right. It's pretty much had what do you?
Okay.
Nitroglycerin or something.
So let's go for the arm then.
All right. I'll give you a +3 to hit and a +3 to damage because it's frozen and its structural integrity is fucked.
Okay.
A man can dream. 18.
Okay.
Shit. Okay, you definitely hit it. Let's roll for damage. 1 dice 20 for damage.
Oh yeah, 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay.
9 damage.
9 damage total. It's not too bad. All right. It's almost half a 20. Okay, so
Maybe
I'll say
break a finger or two off.
you slam it down really hard, and you break off the fist that had formed. So he can't. He's totally lost that fist. He's lost 2 now. And even the second one, you see the remnants of the second fist fall out of the back of it too. You even see like the glass bubble on his hand break open, so the rider inside is exposed to the air. And you can see he's like freaking out. He's like, "Oh shit!" And like he's trying to move the hand away as fast as he can. He's not worried about getting another weapon ready. He's worried about saving his own ass from getting broken off from the rest of the robot. So he's gonna have to take some time to recover that arm. He probably. From what you can make out, it seems like you'd probably still be able to use the gun function, but that fist function's fucked on that arm. You've knocked all the replicating fists out.
I want to activate the secret chest weapon.
Okay, it says readying weapon, countdown to commencement, 15-minute commencement. All right, and you start to see a clock count down.
Well,
And you're starting to hear like a small whirl of power within the chest type area. It's below your cockpit, so you're even kind of feeling like a vibration of power below you. And you see that blue start to turn from blue into like a darker blue swirl that starts in the very center of that. And that starts to spiral out more and more, like as if you're mixing like chocolate into vanilla. You know what I mean? So it's starting to like swirl out. And stuff.
I want to know if I can copy information from the robot into my deck to save.
Yeah, you could try for that. You might want to wait till the fight's over, but you can do that now if you want to.
Yeah, because I have 15 minutes to do so.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. All right, you start to commence that. I want to make you make a mental check to be able to do that, though. A hacking check, actually.
10 plus 3.
Okay.
Then I have plus 3 for my
Yeah,
hacking.
you have another one. Yeah, you have another +3. So yeah, it takes. There's a couple barriers that you've never seen before, so it's a little confusing, and it takes you more time than you would have liked. But eventually, you do finally break it down, and schematics start to load up from it. You're not as specific as perhaps you want to be yet, but you will walk away with every single schematic and function of this robot. If you ever ran into this again and you access those files, you would have a better knowledge than average.
Awesome.
The
rest of
all right, I'm going to go ahead, and it's now the other player's turn. They have one fist that is still able to function, which I will roll for now. And they can kind of try to make a kick, but I don't know how well. I'm going to give them a negative for that. 18 does connect with you guys, and I am going to go ahead and make each one of you roll 1 dice 20 to see which one gets hit. Whoever has the lowest 20 is going to get hit. Oh, shit. Okay, well, unless somebody else rolls a 1, it's definitely going to be Argon.
Aaron got a 7.
Yep.
This is gonna
Why
stay.
can't I see Aaron's rolls?
Because he's using roll 20.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to roll this and see how much damage you take up there. Not too bad, just 10. So that's half of 20, and literally half of your fucking face is blown off. It raises the other arm that's become the gun now, and it fires into your face. Your ship takes protective. Well, not your ship. Your robot takes protective measures that actually, like, literally move your cockpit away from the firing area. But the side. Wait, hold on a second. This sounds crazy shit. Get off there. You know you're not supposed to be up there.
Oh, someone's getting that whooping.
You know you're not supposed to be up there. Get on your chair. Get down. I'm up on the windowsill. That's dangerous. So half the face is blown away. You're kind of almost like an eggshell that's been broken in half. Smoke's starting to pour out of the side of it. Right away, you haven't even issued the decree for the nanobots to start to repair, but you see them scurry out and start to try and rebuild the shell as quick as they can. You still see the countdown happening on the chest weapon, but your what should I say? Your download, your hack of the information has stopped. You got about half the information before it was cut off. And you yourself are going to take 10 points of damage. So take 10 count points off. You're not bleeding out or anything, but you have like little specks of glass and metal all kind of pinned through your body.
Oh yeah.
So it's uncomfortable to say the least. The good thing is you're 9 feet tall, so you can take a lot of damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Alright.
the rest of this.
So, can I retaliate to that attack?
Well, actually, we're going to start to roll for the next round of attack. And actually, well, I'm sorry, he wants to make one more. This robot's going to try and make one more leg attack. Let's see if it passes that attack. Oh shit! It made a 20. Jesus Christ. Okay. Everybody roll a 20 again to see where this leg hits.
Oh, sorry, phone call.
It's okay.
I got a 7. Oh, fucking Rich, take it, bitch. Oh.
Shit. Okay.
I got 10.
That's okay. That's okay. He hasn't taken any damage yet, so it's okay. Huh?
クリスマス。
Christmas. Excellent. All right.
何クリスマス作った。
Nani Twitter.
The floor's lava.
Okay, the floor is lava and your Christmas tree. All right. I don't know quite what he's going for this. All right. So Rich is obviously the one that gets hit here. I've got to roll for damage though.
He's not killing.
Where's it showing up? 20 damage. Okay. All right. So the total is 40. Your fist just pretty much fucking explodes. That hand that you're in, you're literally like sitting on the cockpit with like nothing around you. Like it's just literally like this like tiny little cockpit sticking out of like the forearm of the robot, and it's just you there, and you're exposed to the elements. And you're just kind of you're sitting there like you've got like your first instinct is to pull your sword out, so you've got your sword out ready to go that you found that thing called the Devil's Tooth, and so you're just like sitting there in your chair like this tiny little elf woman with a sword out. You take 20 life count damage, so that you're yeah. Are you still alive? You're okay? You're not dead, right?
I'm pretty positive that if I get that, yeah, I'm dead.
Okay. You're dead at 20? You only have 20 hit points?
I got 18.
18.
Well, bye, Rich. Bye.
You know what?
No. He's not in this game. You're not dead until you're at -10.
Wait, what?
You should be unconscious.
He's unconscious.
I still have these skill points I didn't put towards anything, and if I put them toward, can I put them towards my life count?
How many skill points do you have to spend?
4.
Yeah, let me see how much. Let me see.
Then I'd be up to 22, and I'd leave you with 2 hanging in.
I can't remember if skill points are 3 or 5. I can't remember that. Hold on 1 second. It might be 3. It might be 5. Wow, this is like right on the edge. It's interesting. Holy shit. Okay,
Rich, just die.
Yeah, dude, just take it, man.
Just be a man.
He's not gonna die yet. He's gotta bleed out no matter what. Okay, hold on.
Nani kore?
Attribute. Oh, okay. The attribute increase is different depending on how. Okay, so that attribute, your vigor, how high is it?
My vigor is 9.
Okay, so for you it would only
Daddy,
count.
cake!
It only costs 3 points.
Cake!
So you can get +1 for 3 points. All 3 points will give you +1. You'll be at 10, and then you can refigure your life count depending on what you're at.
It wasn't that just the 20, isn't it? Vigor times 2. He'd still be
Yeah.
dead.
You'd be at 0 exactly, right?
So.
Wait, it's okay. If you're at 0, you're not. Listen. In my game, you're not dead until you're -10. Okay. At 0, you're knocked out. All right. Every round, you're gonna lose 1 hit point for the next 10 rounds. Okay. You're bleeding out. If somebody can get down to you, if somebody can help you, stop the bleeding. All right. Then you will continue to live. You'll be unconscious. You'll continue to live. But someone can do a healing to you at that point too and bring you back. You're not dead yet. Okay. You're not dead until you're -10.
I can lay on hands you if I can get to you.
You can do lay on hands. I mean, any one of you can staunch the bleeding. I mean, it's literally like a tourniquet. Okay, he's got like
Sorry,
metal.
guys.
He's got metal shards and shit. Okay, so you see the whole hand bust off. Fucking Rich's body is just like limp in that chair, and like it's hanging halfway out. Smoke is just gushing out of there. He doesn't appear to be in danger of being burned, but literally like that arm is flaking off, and probably if he doesn't die in the next 10 rounds from bleeding out, the arm will break off in 5 rounds. So something needs to happen for Rich.
Well, I'm a dwarf. I'm kind of slow.
But yeah, that hit was a 20 and then a 20. So holy shit, that was 40
I'm gonna do
points of
my.
damage.
I want to go for my parkour skill and see if I can get down there as fast as possible.
That sounds cool. All right. While we're lining up for the next fight, his arm cannot move because it's so fucked up. So I will allow you to make that move now. Make a 20-sided roll. You better score high.
5.
Okay. You don't get down the arm. You get to about the shoulder, and you start to already feel like unsteady and not balanced. So you're gonna have to take another round to readjust yourself to make like a slide down that arm in some kind of smooth ass Tarzan type way.
Oh, no. I want to stomp that
This
motherfucker.
round you do not get to him, but you do not put yourself in any kind of immediate danger. It's not a failure. And let's go ahead and do a 1 dice 10, 1 dice 10 roll to see who's going to get to hit. This is intense. What'd you guys get?
A natural 10.
What am I? Are we all supposed to roll?
If you got a 10, then it doesn't matter what I get. Players always win. Okay, you guys go first for the hit. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't say who. What? Bjorn, you rolled. That's fine. You're the head.
I just.
That's fine. Okay. So Pat can still make an attack. And then Kyle or Aaron, you need to decide which one of you wants to make a kick this round.
Aaron, let me smash that foot.
No, let me
good at that,
bust
dude.
out its knee. I didn't get to go.
It's not my fault you failed.
Give Aaron a chance.
I'm
Aaron
not
hasn't had much-
sure about his, but I'm gonna uppercut the head.
Okay,
Okay.
well, I'll let Aaron do his thing. Uh-oh.
I changed my mind.
So 1d20.
I mean, guys, you are the legs that are both totally untouched. You could work together to do a move too. Don't feel like
Dude,
you do like a double knee or something.
drop kick him.
But at the same time, realize you've got Rich.
Listen,
just, like,
we're already missing an arm, alright?
Yeah. If you,
Well,
if you
literally,
jump
you've got smokes pouring off of both arms,
Alright.
and smoke pouring off the head too. That's like half there.
Fucking, is that robot's chest still really fucking damaged?
Yeah, its chest is
I
super
want-
fucked up.
I want to try and fucking, like, karate kick right in the center mass. Like, try and put my foot through its chest.
Well, it's got a hole like straight through its chest. You want to like reach up into its chest? You could like reach up in and.
No, wait, I'll uppercut up through the chest.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Pat, you do that.
that's
Like, try and
pretty
take his
good.
head off.
Okay. All right. Why don't we go ahead and let Pat roll to try and do that first? That sounds really
Hell yeah,
interesting.
that sounds good.
That could really put a fucking stop to everything if he hits really well.
7.
All right, 7. Do you have any bonuses to speed?
+3.
Oh, you lucky motherfucker. It was 10. It was 10. You'd be able to do that. Oh, man. Okay, so you connect. Go ahead and roll for damage. Well, that was a skin of your teeth right there. Holy
7.
shit. 7. That's okay. That's not that bad.
No, that's
okay,
not
you reach.
bad.
It's not too bad. You reach in and you get a solid smash into like the under piping that connects the neck type area, and it's enough to like knock the driver out of his seat because it rumbles the bottom of his cockpit. So he's gonna have to take a round to get back into his thing, and he can't do anything. Like if he wants to repair or recharge his ship, he can't. And more shit just like drops out of the bottom part of that hole in its chest. You're not sure what it is. It's all kinds of technical shit you don't understand. All right. Bjorn, what did you want to do? Did you want to still try and make a dash down to Rich?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
All right.
pick
Another
up my
parkour
boots.
dash?
What? Oh yeah, D20 one, right?
Yeah, D20 to a parkour dash down to him.
15.
Ooh,
And it's,
any-
so it's +3.
Okay, so 18 total. Okay, all right.
And I have on parkour. I
Mhm.
actually have. Let's see here. +2, so that's a total of. That's 20.
Okay, actually, this will work out really well. Number one, Rich's character is just a small elf type being, so he's small enough that you could easily pick him up. You do a pretty graceful ass slide down there. You literally get in kind of like a surfing type stance, jump down on the slickest area where you see grease has spread out all over, like oil and grease has spread out all over the arm from wires being split from that explosion. And you use that as a real slick surface. You get down to him,
So what
and
you're saying is, he's Tarzan.
yeah, he's like doing like a Tarzan type slide. And he literally uses the stopping power of his own arm wrapping around the cockpit seat that Rich's unconscious body is in. And once he's got a good hold, he does like a backflip, lands on the ground, which is about, it's a good 35-foot drop, but when you're 9 feet, that's not quite that far. And he lands down with kind of one of these like Spider-Man like that, okay? And you do it expertly enough that none of Rich's body is damaged in the process. He's now down on the courtyard type area of this. He's kind of out of the face of danger. You do start to see like blood bubbles coming out of his mouth and nose, and so you realize probably what you need to do is bandage up. There's like kind of like a deep gash on his neck. You realize I probably need to bandage that up to.
Also, don't stand underneath that arm. It's gonna fall off.
He was smart. I'll say like he's smart enough that like also the arm is like limp now too. Like it's just like like, and pieces are falling off of it. I said in 5 rounds it's gonna totally collapse, but luckily you got him in the 2nd round. So chunks are still falling off of it, but you were smart enough to move him far enough away. You can't do bandaging this round because you've already taken 2 actions.
Yeah.
Pat's taken an action. Aaron and Kyle, what are you guys doing?
That's up to Aaron. I'm gonna smash the fuck out of that guy's foot again if Aaron doesn't want to do his kick.
No, I want to do my kick.
Then you do your thing, buddy.
All right, roll a 20. Make it
And
count. This could be it, man.
I want to
18.
do a
18?
roundhouse kick to the side.
Yeah,
See
18.
if I can crack.
Oh shit, 18's
Water
good.
shot
Okay, roll for damage. Let's get a shitload of damage. 1 dice 20 for damage.
Come on.
4.
Jesus Christ, every time.
All right, not bad. Okay. You cave in the side of his torso a little bit more. The good thing is that since there's already a giant hole through the middle, that makes the side dent in more, and so now it's kind of crumpled to its side.
He sort of looks like he's, he needs to be taken to the Thunderdome. Now.
Come back with 48 chromosomes. All right. All right, good job, guys. This thing's pretty fucked up. He's still stuck in place. He's not going to be able to move. Only one arm can attack. Only 1 foot can attack.
Jeez, how off balance do we have to make him before he falls the fuck over?
Well, I mean, like robots are constantly going to use all kinds of weight logistics to keep themselves upright.
I don't even know what a robot is.
Man.
Golem, sorry, golem. I'm going to start this round out because it's the biggest emergency right now. This next set of rounds, usually I'd make you roll for initiative, but I want Bjorn to make a roll to staunch the bleeding on Rich's character first, because that's kind of...
So it's a D20, right?
Yeah, D20. It's going to be a mental check.
I kind of want Rich to die because that'd be funny. Natural 20.
Natural 20?
Yeah.
Plus 3.
Oh, okay, alright. Well, in that case, you staunch the bleeding so well that his blood starts to like really pump perfectly back through his body, and Rich, give yourself 1 hit point. Because that's like, that's like a fabulous success. Like, you can't get a better success than that.
I want to lift you.
You have 1 hit point. You are really weak. Like, I mean, you're like pale in the fucking face, but you slightly open your eyes and smile faintly, and that's when Bjorn knows, like, fuck, all right, I did it. Like, great.
Dude,
and
if you sneak your way into my foot chamber, I'll lay on hands you.
You won't be able to, like, you won't. You can stand with the help of Bjorn. You can, like, he has to hold your whole, like, weight almost in one hand, but you can stand with him.
I'm like, good morning, sunshine.
Hey.
Like a drunken sorority girl in the morning. I went to bed with you. All right, good. That turned out better than expected. Thank goodness. It looks like he's gonna make it. He's gonna probably pull through unless he gets hit by something major.
So sorry. I have to turn this on my phone.
Okay. All right. Let's finish this one up. We're almost finished with this fight. It's going awesome. There are a chance to try and hit you guys. Let's just do 2 1 dice 20 rolls and see if they can get it. They're going to take a huge disadvantage now because they're crumpled, so I'm going to give them a -5 to hit.
14.
14, that one hits. I'm going to just roll for the other one to see if it hits. Alright, the foot hits, but the fist does not hit. That's a 12, it wasn't enough. The 14 does connect, so the kick comes up, and we're going to say that kick's going to go for your chest. They're going to try and disarm that weapon they see powering up, because even though... Okay, 17 damage.
I still only see 8 damage.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. Oh, that's good you caught that. Okay, yeah. I was going to say that was enough to shut it down, but not quite. Okay, before Bjorn left, he just left it powering up, so it's going to fire eventually no matter what. Your count's down to about half, so 7.5 minutes left, and it gets a bit of a jumble, and you see some like scraps fall off that were unnecessary, just kind of shelling, but it's not enough to really cause major damage. You're going to keep powering up the torso. Next round, Pat and either Kyle or Aaron can attack.
I want to crush that fucker's other foot.
Okay, let's give you the chance to do that. Go ahead and roll.
I don't want to be able to move no more. 6. Totally failed.
Okay, I'll be there soon, buddy. All right. What did you hit? A 1?
6.
Okay, as long as you didn't get a 1. All right. You just failed. You didn't
It
connect.
wasn't a critical fail.
All right, and let's let well, you know what? Since you failed, I'll just say the foot doesn't get up off the ground. We can give Aaron a chance to go because you just didn't get the foot up off the ground.
In honor of Kyle, I'm gonna smash the shit out of that foot.
All right, there you go.
16.
Oh, that definitely hits. Okay, roll for damage.
6, alright, every time.
Well, that thing's already pretty fucked up. You smash down on it harder. The guy has to leave. If he stays inside there anymore, he's going to get crushed just by the mere compression of that cockpit chamber.
Which foot were you crushing, Aaron? The one that I already crushed, or the?
Yeah. He said he's going to crush the same one as you.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah. So he forces that mermaid-looking dude to jump out of there. And that foot's just a smoking husk now. It's totally unfunctional. He can do little more than drag it.
Hell yeah.
We got that. We got Pat, your turn. Make it count, Pat. You're our last hope.
Alright, what do I go for, guys? Should I just tear more of the innards out, or what?
Yeah, dude, just fucking try and punch it in the face, knock it over.
Punch it in the crotch.
Innards moving the pilot, go for the pilot.
I'm just gonna give it like a real hard swing right to the
Okay, that's fine.
that connector
What did you get? Was that the 7?
7.
Yeah, because of the 5, the -5 that they're taking right now, that does connect. And you've got that +3, right?
Yeah,
So you're
yeah.
Okay. You're okay. You got it. 7 is your lowest you could possibly roll every time. All right, and then roll 1 dice 20 for damage.
Damn it.
5 damage. Okay, we're gonna say the guy tries to get back in his cockpit, and once again you smash that thing, and he flies right back out again. The cockpit's starting to crack, so this is getting kind of humorous in that sense. And okay, so their other foot's fucked up. Their other arm's fucked up. He can't make a kick anymore because the other one can't give him leverage to kick. He only has an arm left. I'm gonna let him roll for that arm and to see if it connects. 17 minus 5. That still connects. Let's see what kind of damage he does. He's gonna go for the chest again. 18 damage to the chest. Okay. He smashes it. Half of the machine that's powering up kind of cracks. It turns black. But it's still the other half, like that circle on its chest, half of it cracks and goes black. But you see the other half is still doing like half swirls. It's still powering up for something. But it's only going to be half as powerful. All right, it's got a it's like counting down, literally on like a 30-second count now. You've got one more round.
Oh man, I'm so tired.
We're almost done. We're almost done.
I have a question.
Let's let Pat and then one of the legs roll.
I want to fucking kick that.
Bjorn and Richard, are you guys doing anything, or are you just
I have a question. Is there any water nearby?
There's not water, but there's like a mix of water, oil, lube, everything all over the ground below both robots, and it's just like a huge.
I do have an ability where I can consume an element in dire cases to.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Things.
If you want to try and make a roll for that, you can, because it's not you trying to force power out; it's trying to take power in. So I'll let you try and do that. Make a roll for that. 1 dice 20. Add your skill level.
Okay, so it's just 9.
It's kind of right on the edge. Do you have any mental bonus? Or I'm sorry, arcane bonus. Arcane bonus.
+3.
Okay, I'll say that's enough. Roll 1 dice 6. I'll give you 1 dice 6. All right. You see Rich's character reach her hand out. Her frail, pale hand is shaking as blood's like running down her arm, and it seems like the little bit of life force that's been pumped back into her from her slight repair from Bjorn allows her to start to pull up these tiny beads of water amongst this massive mess of liquids. And they just kind of absorb into her, and as you see each one absorb, you start to see like the color in his face, or her face I should say, start to just slightly start to come back. Add 3 hit points to your total. You got 4 now.
Hey Scott.
Yeah.
What if I yell to Pat and Kyle that I have an idea to jump, and then on the down strike, Patrick punches down on his head?
Do you know
can
how
save
many food rolls we're gonna need to pull that off?
Just do it, man. That's safe. It's safe now.
Accepted. Challenge accepted.
Let's do it.
You got 2 out of 3, man.
We're doing it.
All right.
We're all rolling 20s.
Each one of you roll 1 dice 20. Let's try this.
14.
9.
19.
But
All right. And
what am I
all I
rolling
need to
at?
know is, Gorbun, do you have at least a +1 modifier on your speed?
No. I'm a dwarf.
No modifier at all?
Nah, dude, my speed.
Oh, but wait. Look at here. Someone got a 20, didn't they?
Yeah, I got a natural 20.
All right, that's a natural 20 is a success no matter what.
I get a
Okay.
19.
Natural 20 means everything's a success no matter what. If one person got a 20, then that means the whole thing succeeds. All right. Expertly, Argon and Cathodin lift themselves up off the ground. You're a little bit behind. You're not that far behind because the test was 10, so you're not that far off. And you're able to catch up, luckily, due to the skill level of Cathodin. And Cathodin, you're the one in the arm?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. So you kind of have this like rise up, like one leg down, one leg up, and you come up, and it's kind of one of those slow motion 300 rise above the other guy's head and just come down with a crushing blow. You guys have riddled this thing with so many punches, bullets, hits, kicks, that the side is already paved in. This is the last little bit of weight it needs. I'm going to let you go ahead and roll 2 dice 20.
2 dice 20. Okay.
Yeah, let's see what you get.
8 and 7.
Okay.
6 and 2.
Okay.
And
Oh,
we're
right.
waiting for the fucking secret weapon of doom to just.
Rand, why are you rolling?
Because I can.
That's the
Actually-
one doing damage.
Actually, I was actually going to have Grand roll actually after
Oh.
all three rolled. Yeah, because he's still he's mentally connected to the robot's head still. He's doing the countdown still.
Oh, okay.
All right, and Bjorn, roll 1 dice 20. Try to get above 10.
Like 9.
You got any speed check that's above? You
I
any
got
speed check?
+3 in speed.
Oh, you're lucky there. All right, so 12, 2 points above 10. You're okay. All right. And so what was the total damage of each one of you rolling 2 dice 20? Can you guys add it all up for me?
My 2 dice.
23.
Okay.
23 with all 4 of their numbers added.
Okay.
Okay, 23. All right. It's down to barely any hit points. Okay. You guys come down and just slam this thing, and it's fucked up. It looks like you pretty much dropped a boulder on a tin can, okay? It's literally like smoking. The guy who was in the other foot is dead. He's been smashed by the weight of the rest of the robot coming down. The other guy's attempting to crawl out of the smashed hand that he's still in. The other guy in the other smashed hand has been crushed under the head, falling on top of it. There's only 2 people left alive inside of this thing. They're barely trying to crawl out. And this is where I need Bjorn to go ahead and roll 1 dice 20 for the damage that laser thing does.
18.
Oh, yeah, that's good. All right, and what is your mental?
My mental. Wait, I need to click that.
Kenny, get off of that.
Give me.
What's your
just
mental
a
bonus?
second. My mental bonus.
Plus
I
3,
have a
right?
mental of 20, so
Oh,
that's
that's
plus
good.
3. So
Okay. And then you have hacking skill plus 3, right?
yes.
Okay, so a total of 21, 24 damage. Yeah, he only had 23 left, so that's actually 1 point over. Okay, so pretty much as you guys are over top, you smash this huge, just like cave-in of its entire body. It crumples to the ground, and your whole thing is just like over it like this because it just landed this huge blow. And that's right at the point where the chest shoots out this huge beam down on the pile of scrap metal that is left of this thing and just fucking obliterates it. You don't know where the floor starts and where the robot begins. It's just becoming like one. It's fused. The metal's melting down. The guys who are trying to escape are caught in the actual fusing of metal to skin and die from shock. It's a victory. Smoke starts to just gush out of this thing. Your robot eventually shuts down. The cockpits open up, and escape pits kind of inflate and allow you to exit out. You guys go ahead and get out of those because already your cockpits are getting way too hot from just smoking and fire and everything. And you look back, and even yours too is just like this kind of like lumbering shell of was once a really amazing looking machine is just kind of beaten to hell now. And you've got this money shot. Imagine this great money shot going on. The whole team walks away from one robot that is smoking, right? And you're carrying a limping elf woman in your arms who's kind of smiling somberly. And you guys look back, and as you guys look back and then turn away again slowly, boom! One more big explosion as that pile of crap that was left over from that other robot explodes into its final diminishing dust particles that's left of it.
Cool.
I just want my character to look back and be like Pacific Rim.
I would
no kaiju. Kenny, get off that man. You can't climb on a plastic box, man. And finally, the door at the end of this courtroom type gym area, all the lights flash on that I said were just gray bulbs before. The door opens up, and from there, this gigantic, I mean, he must be like a good 18 feet tall. He's a figure in a giant white robe, and you don't see any feet or any appendages or anything, but the robes itself kind of give the features of a humanoid being that's hovering a few feet off the ground. He approaches you and says, "Well done. Test completed. Rest, warriors." And the room turns into this like massive feast area. Like it is like the most glorious feast. All your favorite foods from all your different planets are there. There's more than you could ever possibly eat. Right away, medical people run into the room and start pumping Rich's character full of all kinds of like healing drugs and everything. And you can almost like, you literally see like every bit of life return to his face. Medical teams come in for you guys too and start patching you up and like pretty much.
No, we're good. I'm good.
Pretty much.
I don't think I took any damage today.
That guy says, "If you would like, I will let you rest now, or I would." But he said, "But very soon, I would like to commend you on a mission well done. You are surely worthy of the guild sphere."
I don't care. I just walked by, pushed him out of the way, and started eating.
He kind of chuckles. That's it. He doesn't even think like you're rude or anything. He just thinks like, "Oh yeah, this guy's just a fucking hardcore warrior."
I just want to look up at him, confused.
You try to look up at him, but like within the robes, there's so many layers and everything. You can't really make up any kind of features just yet.
I couldn't anyway.
The other thing too is like his character's lack of neck probably doesn't let him look up far enough.
I have a neck, I just don't have a height.
Yeah, that's true too. And the fact that you're like 3 feet tall and he's 18 feet tall. It's like, is there a head up there?
You better be laying on your back if you're gonna look all the way up at him.
Anyway, let's end the mission there, guys. Guys, everybody, 250 experience points. Add that up to whatever you're at. I don't know how many you guys have right now.
I have 350.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be.
If you're over, if you're 400, if you're 400 or higher, you are level 4.
Oh yeah, I'm level 4, baby.
Yeah, I'm level 4.
Okay, Rich and Kyle, you're actually going to start to get spells now at this point. I'd like to give them to you next mission, if that's okay.
I now have 600 experience.
And I'd like each person to get, give yourself 3, give each of yourself 15 15 power points to spend, okay? If you want to do an attribute increase, tell me later. As far as all your skills are concerned, you can spend these points in any skill that you want. It can be an attribute skill, a race skill, or a class skill. Just know that a race skill is 2 points. That's the only difference. All the rest are 1 point.
Anyway,
if you want to save some for attribute, wait till later.
Let's cut the broadcast now. Thanks everybody for watching. Sorry about the length and the time.
Good.
I just wanted to finish this one. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I know, it's fine. I'm stopping broadcast now. Have a good night, everybody. We hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next week.
Peace out.